I don't see that. And
Okay then.
eh,
When somebody switches and they don't let me know, I'm gonna
I
lag for a
told
second
you
because I'm gonna.
switching now, and you don't listen. It's not my
Well,
problem.
no, I didn't hear that. Also,
Exactly.
I'm gonna check to see if music's going. No, should have been.
I don't know. I'm not in your stream because I'm too busy
Oh, it is.
watching a good stream.
Ow.
But
Look forward to my
hello,
back on.
Renegade, I think it was here, and Rumor was here too. He's still here, guys? I don't know. But hello to you too. And yes, games equals bad.
Hello, nobody in my chat. I mean, you're probably I mean, if I have any lurkers, hello lurkers. I don't know. I can't see the viewer counter, and I don't want to see it. So whatever. Sup? Sup, people in Swedes chat who I can't talk to.
Yeah, I like how your sound so depressed. Like, hi nobody. I'm like, hi guy, and you're like, hi nobody.
It's very lonely over here.
And the co-host is dying, so.
Well, to be honest, this is a very good segue to get into the first topic, which is the bottom topic, by the way.
Yeah, because we've not done this in 4 months?
Roughly. I mean, it's been 3 months since of this, so.
Was it in May? I think the last episode was.
Yeah, so it'd be like 3. Because, it's like the end of May.
August.
Well, no, I was saying it was the end of May. So,
Yeah.
June, July,
I forgot
August.
It's still August, so it's basically 2.5 months ago.
No, not really, because it's basically almost the day that I ran out of internet, so, yeah. So anyway, to explain, we're gonna go ahead and start that bit. To explain of this, for anyone who's come and, watched or listened, technically, to these podcasts before, yeah, we have not actually done an episode in roughly 3 months. There, happy now, I said roughly, that helps. And, well, big reason for that, I did not have internet that entire time. No internet at all. Yay me, right? So no internet. I'm poor. I can't afford it. Actually, I can now, but couldn't then. So got something different. Got internet now, and yeah. That's basically that.
Oh.
Is that the only song you know?
I know actually a little bit of the Game of Thrones, but I can't do it knowingly. That just happens.
So you can't do it knowingly, but you can do it unknowingly.
Basically.
Anyway. So it kind of deprives the second bit here, so...
2 months ago.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that in the topic list, we literally have this topic here titled as "What Took Us So Long? Nexus Explains. Swede Makes Fun of." Yet there is no making fun of, so come on.
I'm making fun of your time frame. 2.5 months ago.
I still think it's more than a half.
Streamed live on May 2019.
May 26th?
Yes.
Well, it was at the end of May, so it's not really half. There's only a few days left until that, so
yeah.
That's not. It's more than half. 3/4.
Basically, kind of.
So 2 months and 3/4. Almost. We'll just say almost 3 months. Okay, it works. Anyway, it's been that long. I haven't had internet. I've explained this in my previous streams, but we're also talking here to Swede's audience, and they don't know me, so I have to explain again. So that happens, and because of that, we don't do the podcast without each other. It has to be me and him at the very least. Not gonna add somebody else. I mean, if we do, it has to be 3 of us or whatever.
Yeah.
So he wasn't gonna start it without me. It's basically that.
Basically, I have my own podcast though, but that's on my other channel. And that's like that's a podcast where I'm not alone like ever, but I'm probably gonna do it probably with the same person a lot. But it's like a random podcast. It's not like this. This one is more focused on topics until we are off topic.
Which is about 5 minutes. We'll talk about it for 5 minutes and then go to something else.
Like this is like we could talk about we talk about SAO. We could talk about like one episode. First time I think we talked about one season, but we did go through every season basically of that show, even though we were only meant to talk about up to what had come out then. That was like that's how off track we go.
It's funny he says F that show when in reality it's one of his favorites. It's kind of sad.
Third favorite show.
That's why I said one of.
Wait, fourth. No, is it third? Fourth. Wait, let me check if it's third.
Well, I don't know. You've had 2 new shows recently that you have gotten crazed into, which we'll explain that later, but...
Fourth!
Okay. That's your 4th favorite now.
Violet Evergarden. But I may push down SEO to 5th position.
What are you doing?
If the latest one is good.
Okay,
Not
it's...
Dr. Stone, but the other one.
Okay, but it sounds like you are either playing with change, keys, or glass.
I don't have a glass to play with.
So what are you?
Key.
Okay. Also, don't do that next to the mic ever again. That hurts. So... yeah, alright. So I guess since we're already on the topic, do you want to start that topic?
Oh yeah, latest watches and stuff, and maybe do a little bit of watch that. Actually, one of my latest watches is on my watch plan, also because it's not finished, it's airing, and that's Dr. Stone.
Still kind of comes.
Yeah, Dr. Stone and what was that? I can't remember that name because it's like fucking 200 meters long, and it's like it's a long name. If
It's very specific.
My daughter, I would even fight a demon lord. I think it's the name.
If it was for my daughter, I would fight a demon lord. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Let me check. I have it up here. If it's for my daughter, I had even defeat a demon lord.
I watched some similar to that. Not really, but I watched some with the same name. With a similar name.
Yeah. I mean, both, like, I'm not gonna spoil too much, or actually, I'm gonna just spoil, like, the first, like, minutes of the Dr. Stone, because that's what I watched. It's basically, it's about, like, a stone world. They tell us about, like, the first minute says that this is how everyone got turned into stone, basically. I don't remember exactly, but about that. And then the show's then it has released 7 episodes this far, and this one it's fun. I think it's a comedy, not slice of life. I don't know more, but it's like comedy, maybe a little bit of drama, but
you know,
comedy.
I literally have something here which I can just immediately tell you, right?
I didn't kill him. I mean, what?
Hold up.
That was the manga. I don't cover the manga.
Trying to find it. It just says sci-fi adventure shonen.
Ah, yeah, I saw that on the manga too. But I think it's comedy too, really, because if you, at least the anime is a comedy.
Well, I'd say it's like, I mean, usually when they categorize it as that, like, you know, they'll actually say comedy when it's like, you know, always crazy comedy, but usually there's a show that won't say it, but it's like, oh, hey, it's got a lot of funny moments. So, it's just like, that's not the core theme of it, to be funny.
But it is funny because, it can be funny because I'm also having dark humor, so the guys, if it's darker humor, they probably doesn't count it as humor comedy in the same way. But then when you have me and Nexus, that just fucking love dark humor, it's like, this is actually a comedy.
Yeah, you know, that does make me kind of want to watch it just a bit more because, like, dark humor. Not
like,
bad.
I mean, I think I watched also another thing I watched was Another, not long ago. It's an older anime, 2009 I think, 2009 I think that it came out. It was 2011.
I'm checking. What's it? Somewhere? No, don't hide.
2012.
I can't check because the dang thing's slow. Thank you.
2012, and I gotta be honest, I had a lot of fun. I laughed a little bit at it because it's so creepy, but it's such a dark atmosphere.
Did you watch the prequel?
What?
It's just an OVA, but I mean, did you watch it?
No, I have not.
It's kind of
watched
fun.
anything.
Kind of fun. A little wholesome.
I'm a busy man watching stuff. I can't
So
watch
it is one episode, and it is a wholesome episode. There's also apparently a music thing? A music video? That's weird. Okay. I don't know, some music video thing, like,
I watched
I wouldn't want to watch that.
4 animes in the last week, I think, in total. Or is it 5?
I've been busy watching other stuff. I mean, I have watched quite a few here, but been busy.
Yeah, I first watched Another a few days ago, and then I started watching Dr. Stone because it was on Crunchyroll, and then I watched the daughter one because with a long ass name. That was really.
I'm pretty sure the reason why I had a long name is because it was from a light novel, and light novels have long names.
Except Another.
Most is what I said.
10 years
Those
later.
do.
Yeah, but this is gonna take 10 years for us to go through everything we do. Because
I mean, hey, I only have 3, and we're not really gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about also plan watches because I have few of them. I'm gonna take 2. So,
We'll get
3,
there in a minute. You're kind of skipping ahead.
What should I skip? I have nothing else to. I'm done with my watches basically because I have 3.
Yeah,
And if
yeah,
you have 3,
exactly. This is the thing. You mentioned yours, and I haven't said a word yet. You're just going on with the topic like, oh, here are my latest watches. Okay, now for my watch plans, like, hey, what about me?
I'm here.
Like, I'm here. Can I join in on this?
There's something in my ear. I hear stuff. It's buzzing.
Can I join in on this? Am I allowed? Can I sit at the cool kids table where I can talk about this stuff?
No. Go back to the kids' table.
Oh. I can't say go to the table of the nerds because we're already there. It's the school where even the table of nerds don't want you there. You're not even allowed to sit there.
He's like, can I sit with you guys? No.
Go to sit with the cool kids. No, get out of here, loser. Go over to the table of other nerds and stuff. It's like, hey, it's like, no, get out of here. Like, oh.
Go sit with the teachers.
God, that's the worst.
I don't know what's worse, being called a nerd in school or getting told to sit with a teacher.
Pretty sure that doesn't even happen anymore.
It happens, I promise you, somewhere in this world of
I can tell you now, any of the places I went, that was just not a thing.
Well, Sweden doesn't really have this cool kids place. We just sat with classes, basically.
Well, yeah, that's
That
what I'm
was
talking
fair.
about.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Like, you did sit with your class. Like, if you were in class 9A, basically, in Sweden, you sat basically with... You didn't sit with, like, the 8th graders or the, like, 9B or 9C. You sat with your class.
I mean, for us, it was like the first 2 for like first 2 schools, it was just, you had to sit with your class, but then the last bit was going to a certain lunch block.
We always have had that, like, when we had middle school, it's 4 to 6 in Sweden. we basically we did go eat with the 4 and 6. 4 to 6 did go eat basically at the same time. No wait, the 6s in the school I was, I think it was 3, 4, 5, 6 did go eat like directly after each other, and because of that, your break and a little bit we had like 3 bells going out for the recess. Like first bell, 1 and 2. Then year 3 and 4 was the second bell, and 5 and 6 had this third bell.
I mean, for us, it was basically it was just like what class you were in. It wasn't really put to a point. It was just like what the class's subject was, and like that's how they divided it. So sometimes it'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, science goes first, or
Well,
no, PE always went
not
last.
That's the thing with Swedish
PF
school.
in this
We
case.
don't have that. We don't split up to. If you have science, you have it with your class, with one class only.
So basically, your one class is full of the exact same people. You just go ahead and have
Yeah, you don't
different subject.
choose your subject in school. You have to do every subject.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't either. We didn't get to choose our subject. It just we got put into different classes. You go there.
Yeah, we had the same class every time. Like if you had PI, you did it with the same class always. Same with math, Swedish, English, whatever. It was only Spanish, German, and French that was split out because that was optional languages.
Well, yeah, but like I said, when it comes down to it, it's just that like for us, it was whatever. Like I said, you don't choose any of your classes at all. You don't get to choose. It's just, hey, you do this. It's part of the curriculum or whatever, and it's just you get put into a certain class, and that's it. It's just whoever has enough slots available, and you go for it. So it's like, someone could go to first period is this class, then second is that, and just mixes around.
Okay, so we need
had like
to
4
go
to
a little
6.
bit back to topic because I'm gonna just tell people again. This is what we're talking about. We can talk about one thing. We talked about anime. We're into school now.
Why are we talking about school? One of the things we just got to get away from. We wanted to get away from it all of our lives, and now we're back into it. Anyway,
You can't escape school. It will haunt you forever.
so to go back to my latest watches, let's just say they're not exactly that grand, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
It's okay, you can watch My Little Pony. It's fine.
you sure? No. Nah. Well, I mean, one of the newer ones, Fairy Gone, that one actually isn't too bad. It's basically about, like, soldiers in a war who got, these... I don't know, so basically it's like fairies, like, living in the same world or something, and they take, like, fairy organs or something, and it's, like, stick them inside of people, and they become fairy soldiers. They can just summon a fairy and battle with them, I guess. I don't know, it's weird. So it's basically like that. And, yeah. It's a lot of stuff. It's like family organization. Or fairy, like a fairy agency. Kind of weird. That's the thing. It's best I could say without spoiling anything.
I can't. You like Alpha Male again.
Well, that happens, okay? You're streaming, I'm streaming. We both kind of have crappy networks. What do you think was going to happen?
Well, this is unusually like. This is my side is fine. Or is it my side? I mean, I am in the United States server, so I.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're lower on both ends. Like, I'm saying, like, your speeds went down a little bit, mainly your upload, and then mine went down, so we both are having slight issues on that.
Yeah. Back in my days, we had rocks.
Had rocks?
Rocks.
Okay, well,
We killed people with them.
yeah, it was called stoning. Anyway. No, that was actually the term.
Yeah, I know.
Go to get stoned. Okay. Now here's the part where you
Today's
don't
stuff is
judge.
different.
Yeah. One required.
Don't get stoned,
Okay.
kids.
Yeah, one required just a rock, and this other bit required a plant and piece of paper. So here's where the judgment does not take off. So no judgments. Don't you dare. You're gonna do it anyway. I can see it in your eyes.
Just
Just judgmental eyes. Freaking Yuzu comes in here. Anyway. Stare. So.
use a star.
Yeah. To note, that is a thing between us. That is like a inside joke, but technically it's not because it's on a stream. You just have to skim through it until one of us makes a highlight reel. We'll figure out how that goes. As I was saying. So yeah. One show decided to watch mainly because I really had no idea what the hell else to watch. I was like, okay, there's really nothing I want to watch. What do I want to watch? So, basically just saw the show Data Live, just saw the thumbnail, like, alright, whatever. We'll see what this is. Okay. It's okay. It's weird at the same time.
I can't judge you. I have it on my plan to watch list.
I mean, it's basically just about, you know, in this case, again, beings called spirits, where in order to save, you know, it's either you have to kill them, or you save them by making them fall in love with you, or something. It's like that. Like, that's the story. I'm like, well, okay. As you can imagine, it's a harem, and I don't really like those. Kinda stupid.
Yeah, enough with the SEO.
I know, right? We have enough of that. But I'm saying, like, I don't like that kind of crap. It's like, you're just like freaking spinning around. Anyway, that was the thing. Then how not to summon a demon lord. That was an odd choice.
Don't think I have added it on my plan to watch, but I can watch it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Basically, it's just a story of a guy who gets summoned into like a world that's similar to an MMO he played. So basically, got summoned into that as his game character, who is a demon lord, as he called himself. And yeah, and basically, like, you know, the people who summoned him in there were trying to, what was it? They summoned him in there, trying to enslave him or whatever, but like the spell backfired and enslaved them. So that was fun. But okay, that was that show. And I'm on Assassination Classroom. Yay me.
Oh yeah. And how far have you gotten into that?
Still the same spot, which is second season, like 3 episodes left, I think.
I have like the whole season left.
I mean, it's a pretty good season, so, you know.
Like, I've watched the first, then like the first episode basically, and was like, I'm getting tired of this anime for a bit, so I'm gonna go watch something else. Then I got back to it.
I mean, it gets pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
And for anyone who hasn't watched, of course, it's just, you know, world's gonna end. Only way to fix it is for literally no random reason. Just like the worst of a school's students just basically have to try to assassinate their teacher, which is also the thing that will be ending the world. So,
and
yeah.
It's the best fucking show because the comedy is so fucking high behind it.
There's a lot of that, yeah. A lot of comedy.
And
also, not gonna spoil why, but, or, you know, about the character. Okay, really 2 characters. I kind of like them both, but mainly just Karma. I just, I just love Karma.
Oh, that's the redhead, right?
Yes.
Yes, I remember him. He's so adorable.
Like, that is good character.
Wait,
Also,
how old is he?
What?
How old is Karma?
They're in junior high, I think. So, you tell me, because we don't have junior high. So, there's that. And then, Nagisa isn't a bad character either, so... What? He's underage.
He's 14, 15.
Well, I think they're in high school. I think they're in high school afterwards. So maybe they're good now?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think they're in high school in season 2. Anyway, again to note, yeah, that's a thing. Those are 2 good characters. But basically, yeah, if you like a lot of comedy and it's about just basically like a good old assassination story, good show. A lot of people already watched it though because it's like a very popular one.
You wanna watch someone assassinate a teacher?
Yeah.
But
Oh god, this is actually my god. I mean, we're not going to start it right now because we're going to watch plans next, but that is a good segue into something else.
Like, I mean, okay, I'm not kidding. My title is so bad because like that's so that is what people do. That we check what we watch and everything we talk about, like our dark humor and everything, and we're like, is it true that actually media causes violence? But the reason is every sort of media. Because if you think about it, violence is everywhere.
Well, it's not really that. It's not really media that does it.
No, I know that.
Well, we'll get into that. But watch plans. You were gonna go on some. So what you got?
Yeah, I will take 2. I have planned on. Oh wait, we're gonna check. I have my Crunchyroll. I'm gonna take up my Crunchyroll there on the side, so I can remember which one. I'm gonna take the one that I sent to Nexus, and because I fucking love the name of it, and it's a plan I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I sent it to you. I sent it to SSD, do you remember? I sent a screenshot of it, and this anime is called A Sister's All You Need.
Oh. I mean, what is that even about? No?
Not really. I just like the name.
There's a few shows
And the thing is, why I chose it also was because Edgy was in it, and I was like,
see,
interesting.
Oh hey, I just realized I have that. That if it's for my daughter, thing. Oh yeah, I do have it on the watch list. Anyway,
You should watch it when it comes out.
Yeah, it's at 7 episodes right now, so when it gets to 12. What?
You måste se Iribali. I probably mispronounced that. I'm not getting paid to talk correctly.
You're not getting paid at all, so who cares?
Comedy and romance. It's comedy and romance, and it was edgy, somebody said. I think it was from Crunchyroll. And I fucking just like, I'm gonna need it because...
See, this is the thing. This is the other side of anime. This is the side of anime that people don't really like. It's just like the people who don't watch it, they're always just like, oh god, like oh, anime is gonna be stupid because it's just or I guess the stereotype is, oh, it's like a bunch of perverts watching it or whatever. Like, that's not the reason, but it is Japan. It's kind of the thing.
And if you've seen
in a lot of ways.
Game shows, they're messed up.
I mean, hey, it's a culture thing. Whatever.
And then I have another. I think, I have a lot. I added like 10 of them. Then I have The Rising of the Shield Hero. I don't know what it is either.
But I've heard that it's pretty good, but I don't know.
Heard, I was fucking shoved down my throat a lot by Crunchyroll, I think.
Okay.
On my email, like, here, you should watch this. Like,
hey,
stop spamming me with
hey,
this anime.
at least we at SFC don't do that. Hold up. Wait. Okay, you spelled that wrong. I gotta read this chat message because it just made me laugh. Hella Gamer says, who will win, weebs or says wearaboos? I think it means weeaboos, but okay.
weebs and weeaboos the same thing?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be weeb and otaku's the other bit, but yeah.
Yeah, well, otaku is technically weebs, but like upgraded.
Yeah. We were just saying like it's a thing. So unless weeaboo is what you meant to say, I don't know what that'd be. I don't know. Yeah, there's that. You know, that's the thing with me though. I can't really say my watch plans because honestly, I have a lot. And the kind of way
Well,
I watch.
I have a lot. So I have 145 in total.
I have 274.
Yeah, so take the two ones you think you're gonna definitely want.
Okay, well here's the thing. So because I recently got TV as well, I got a TV in my room. So basically I can, you know, for me, I prefer, go ahead, freaking yell at me, judge me. I prefer watching dubs in a lot of ways, mostly just because I can tune out. Like, I can tune out, and I can still understand the story without even having to look at the screen at all. I can just understand the story. But when I sub, you have to freaking pay attention at all times, or at the very least, you can look away for a couple seconds and still kind of get it, but you can't just look away. So, yeah. No, I did not get a door. I just got that comment too. Got a comment saying like, but did you get your door? Like, no, I don't have a door. I got a TV. I got cable. I got internet again, but I did not get a door.
The door. You
The
need to
door.
close your door.
Yeah, let me close that door. Let me just reach for that doorknob that doesn't exist. But anyway, as I was saying, because I got TV, it's a thing that's airing on. It's basically Adult Swim, I guess, or Toonami, or whatever. But Fire Force, that's airing right now, so I'll be starting to watch that soon. I need to catch up on it because they're on episode 4 in the dub, so I need to catch up a little bit. But yeah, Fire Force. Basically firefighters who have sort of, it looks like they have like powers of some sort. I don't know. I've just heard it's kind of good. It's a newer one, so yeah, that's something I'll be checking out. Battles. Is there not much else I could check? Not really. The way I kind of like watch anime in a way, it's different than what a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people have like a specific set of things they'd want to, and they just scroll down and click or whatever. I put mine into a spin wheel. I have a decision wheel app that I put all the anime titles that I want to watch, or that someone's recommended to me. I put it all there, and then I just spin the wheel and see what I get, and then I watch it. That is my method. It's a weird one, but it's just how I get things done.
Oh.
So, yeah. And I can tell I'm boring you.
No, I'm just tired in general.
Jeez. But yeah, that is how it went. Or how it goes, so I can't really say much of mine now. The only thing I say is Fire Force, because it's there.
Technically, you're at the moment have your watch plan on finishing Assassination Classroom also.
That's not a watch plan, really. Because like I said it was the latest watches, and it's still going. There's only 3 episodes, so.
Yeah. So
I don't really count it as a watch plan. Watch plan would be something I'd say it's something I haven't watched yet, and I want to.
Or just watch the first episode, and then you did like me, just stopped watching it and.
That's been a lot of anime series, actually. A lot. I started that with.
Here, don't you?
Yeah, here. You know what? I'm gonna go down my list. I'm gonna go down my on hold list. Let's see. Shakugan no Shana. I think that's the name of it. It's like a 2000.
Because
yeah, it's a 2005 anime, so you can expect it to be kind of stale in comparison of these days. So.
I have 15 on hold.
Yeah, I have 11. But there's that. I'll skim through this. No Game, No Life. Everyone freaking loves that one, apparently. I didn't really care much in the first episode. I watched a little bit of it and I'm like, this looks boring as hell. I'm stopping. Log Horizon. No. Again, I watched like 4 episodes. I fell asleep because of how boring it was. Your Lie in April. I stopped watching that just because it was like, well, I imagine this is gonna get good, but I just not in the mood right now. Overlord, boring.
That's
not how you say that.
I don't know it.
Shigatsu wa Kimi no
So
Anyway,
Game
no
of-
Overlord,
I was
Recovering
slow.
MMO Junkie, no, or Netuno, Suzume, whatever, not that. And you
Do I have
recommended to
Kirby
me,
still on
huh?
on hold? I still have Kirby on hold. I think I have Kirby on hold.
Yeah, and you recommended to me Be the Beginning, but I actually have that on hold right now. I only watched 2 episodes of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a slower anime. That's the.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. I need something to kind of hook me in on the first episode or 2. Like, I watch at least 2 episodes most of the time, and if it just doesn't get to me right then and there, I don't want to be a part of it. Like, I don't really want to watch this. I want to watch something else. But if it gets me in the first episode, or like I said, the second one, then I'm like, okay, I'll see this through.
Even though you finished Violet Evergarden, and that's surprising because that show is slow almost until the end.
I'm about to say, I have not watched that at all.
Didn't you watch that? Who must
No.
have watched that show?
No, I mean,
Is it
it's on my list,
fine?
but I haven't watched that.
Yeah, okay, that's gonna be a slow one for the whole thing, but it's like the story itself is good. Like, this is like a slower story, like, and each episode is basically about one person.
There's that. I think you also recommended me Kimi no Kawa? I think that was the name of it. Yeah, I think you recommended that too. But I'm like,
Isn't that the movie?
yeah. That's the thing. I don't really
That's a
watch.
good-
I really don't watch a lot of movies. Like, I don't. I mean, even if they're good and it's just a movie, so it's only a couple of hours. It's like, I don't know. It's just like it feels too much, and at the same time, it feels like something that would just be packed all together, so it'd just be boring. Like, I want something that's like spread apart in a good story, not put all to freaking together and just like, ugh. I don't know.
Oh
my thing.
my god, my list of SEO characters is dropping if I'm adding the Latina from the Demon Lord show.
Well,
Because I'm dropping Argo if I add her. And I don't know if I want to do that because I love go above Mako and drop Mako.
that's
And
the
I don't
thing.
want to drop.
Okay, when it comes to Argo,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just like
not-
there's not really much to her character, so you're not losing too much. And then when it comes
She's
to
amazing. She's fucking
yeah, but there's
amazing.
not a lot to her character though. It's just like one of those side characters you don't ever see, especially after the first season. But then you get Mako. You don't. Just don't take that away. That's a good one.
Hey, Argo is amazing in all the games. She's,
Yeah, but I
her
don't
humor is
even.
great.
Okay, that's the thing. I don't play the games, and also, in a way, I don't affiliate it with my character choice because it's technically not a part of it. I mean, it's a side story in a sense, or
And
not
it's
really a
its
side
own
story. It's more
canon.
like, yeah, it's its own canon basically. So it kind of doesn't work with anime list. If it was a
But
game
that's gonna be
list,
interesting.
sure.
Though with the new one, Licorice,
Licorice.
the newest.
I'm gonna say licorice because it's supposed to be like licorice.
Yeah, but that one, I wonder if that's gonna continue the canon story of SEO or not. Like, is it gonna continue the game canon or not? I'm so fucking confused.
Oh god. You know what? I'll put it on stream. I'll put it on stream here in a bit.
Who's on what on the stream? That
Oh, look in general my server. Anyway. Oh
who
boy.
did do
Yeah, don't read it out loud, but just look. I guess it works. Oh man.
I can't add it, but
I mean, all you have to do is, I guess you like download it, I guess, and then just like, or maybe copy it, and then like push paste into the stream. It'll just pop up.
I don't want to do that now.
Yeah, I mean not
That's
now.
the thing,
We're
I'm-
not talking about it at the moment, so no point doing it right now. But yeah, it's basically about watch plans, really. So what are we getting into next? Do we want to get into that
Well-
topic, or do we want to get into some? Well, okay, that topic. What do you think would take longer? The one about
we have
that?
like we have like two topics that's gonna be bigger because one is dumb and the other one sounds dumb. So
One is dumb, one sounds dumb. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not really that it sounds dumb. It's just something. Usually, when I add topics to this, it's something that I'm pissed off about, or I really want to talk about because I'm pissed off about it. So it's just I added it in.
so it's dumb.
Kind of.
When it comes to the Nerd Ensemble, what is your favorite job? What is your main thing to do? You know, trash,
Talk about some
trash, 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 trash.
I'm gonna make a meme right now, and it's just. Actually, you know, I got one. Just basically put a meme that, you know, it could be like the white box at the top says, you know, what do those guys usually talk about on the Nerd Ensemble? And you just have the Toy Story 4 thing of Forky saying trash. It's like, yeah. Or what do you like to do on the Nerd Ensemble? Just like trash, because it's like, yeah, that'll do it.
I think we have not really established what 100% what this show is really about. Like, we are gonna nerd about stuff.
Really, it's just it's nerds talking about stuff, but mostly, I guess, really just like us like talking about stuff that kind of gets to us more. It's just like something that we're kind of wanting to talk about, and most of the time, it's stuff we want to trash because that's a lot of crap happening that just needs to be trashed, or it's just some we've done, like played or watched, and it's just like, okay, this needs it. We just need to do something about it.
Yeah, and even stuff we enjoy, we trash because.
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
SEO, we both enjoy SEO, and we have both trashed it to nothing.
We're both content creators, and we trash the hell out of both YouTube and Twitch.
Please don't ban us. We didn't do it, okay? We were on the gun thread, okay? I promise.
No. I'm like, freedom of speech. Why not?
Well, it's Twitch. They could ban you for anything, to
To be honest, yes.
That's the thing. Twitch, I don't trust when it comes to the rules because I feel like Twitch rules are so unclear in the end.
That is a thing, though. I mean, this is actually okay. You know, we'll kind of get into that topic. It's a subtopic. It's not even on the list because it was a thing that was happening weeks ago, and you know, it's kind of not needed now. But I guess we can go for it.
What happened if you wait? What happened?
You know, the whole thing with like Mixer and its guidelines for whatever it was, dress code. Like, just the main point of it was saying that people, you know, were like pissed off. It's like, oh, you know, they're saying we can't wear this or can't wear that. Like, okay, how about you think about this? Twitch basically kind of has the same rules, the exact same rules, but they don't tell you that. They don't even give you guidelines. They just say, hey, don't do it. And you don't even know what it is. And then you go to Mixer, and it's like, oh, hey, they give you a guided list to tell you, you know, just be careful in this sense because that's the kind of thing we want to go for. At least they're telling you. So,
and then
good to go.
YouTube that tells you exactly what not to do, and they don't care to do anything about it.
That is YouTube. YouTube just does not care.
Twitch has rules no one understands. Mixer has rules that probably enforce and people understand, but people get pissed off. YouTube has rules to understand, but they don't fucking care. And then people trash YouTube, trash Twitch, and tells Ninja, and Ninja gets bought by fucking Mixer.
I don't know. I mean, when it comes down to it, though, there's a lot of issues on every side. And when it comes down to it, I don't know. The thing is, though, people getting so mad with the whole Mixer dress code things, like, oh, they're telling us what to wear. We can't just wear what we like or whatever. Like, well, technically you couldn't. It's streaming. So there's always going to be a guideline. And also, your content is not your content online. It belongs to them. So, right now, I'm streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. This stream right now is owned by all three because I'm streaming there. I am sharing all I'm doing is just I don't know, they're giving me the rights to stream to a platform, that's it. The content technically is owned by them. So they get to choose what happens with it. I don't really get a choice. So, that's the whole point of the guidelines. And if you don't like that, well, oh well. And besides, it's not gonna hurt you just to freaking wear something different. I mean, it's not like we're trying to enforce it on you in your actual lifestyle. It's like, hey, wear it for a couple of hours, you're good, switch back to what you like.
Yeah.
Good story.
But,
It's only a couple of hours, just like, I mean, hey, you're good.
You could wear, I mean, that's basically a rule all free platforms. Don't show anything that is not safe for work. That's a base rule on any platform almost, unless it's Pornhub. But we're not
that's
on that
obvious.
platform.
Yeah, that's obvious. Maybe we should switch to that platform, play games. that's been a recurring joke everywhere. Everyone's saying that. Like, you know what? Screw these platforms. I'm just gonna go to Pornhub and stream. Like, what the hell? I don't even think they allow that.
I sat today listening to MF podcast, you know, and I'm not kidding. They talk about that side that isn't the bad side of. I didn't name, unless people know who I'm talking about.
I'm sure they kind of can. Whatever. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, they talk about the side that doesn't go on the hub side, or the porn side on Pornhub, and I'm like, why do people do that?
I don't know. They're weird.
It was weird.
But what was I gonna say? You freaking threw me off topic. I have no idea what I'm talking about now.
We were talking about mixed Twitch.
Yeah, I know we're talking about that, but I mean, it's just like you threw me off of what I was actually gonna say about it.
Don't wear clothes, guys. Wait.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so basically the rule is obviously just have some, basically for all of the guidelines, for every single rating, doesn't matter what, have something on over your torso, is basically the point. Because don't go shirtless or completely seeable. Not even guys can do that. That's the funny thing. Not even guys. If you feel like at a swimming pool or something and you're streaming that live, I mean, I guess people like doing that. But you can't be shirtless. No one can be shirtless in it. Not even a guy.
Yeah.
You have to have something. I'm sure they can have tank tops. Pretty sure of that. You know, guys.
Yeah, and same for girls, I think, having tank top. Like, you can have anything as long as you don't show, the front too much, like the front side too much, or the back side too much either. But like,
I think tank top is in the teen rating, or in the other rating. It's not in family friendly. I don't think that's allowed.
Well, if it's not using kids, I don't fucking care.
I mean, that's the thing. Everybody's all about that a little bit. Honestly, I don't know anyone who does family friendly streams anymore. I mean, yeah, there are people that, you know, want to be more towards that. Like, they don't want to. I'm just saying that there's not many people who want to swear that much or anything. Like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to swear that much if you don't want to. But it's just like, there's still connections to it in that. And when it's family friendly, you can't just start playing some random game that's rated M and then just start going with family friendly content. Like, that's not how that works, buddy. So, some way you're gonna have to go. If you want to be family friendly, I guess you have to do kid games, or, you know, games that a kid could play. Which is getting very narrow these days, considering everybody thinks, oh, even Fortnite's a violent thing, which it's a stupid thing, but it's not violent. It's just stupid.
I mean,
not even blood in the game.
It's violent, but it's not violent.
Yeah, it's not violence. It's just, I guess there's elements of it, but again, there's not even blood in the game. Come on, it's still a stupid game.
Yeah, I mean, any battle royale is stupid. Okay.
You know, this is the first podcast that I've actually read out on my chat, because I kind of prefer not reading chat during it. It's like whenever we're in between topics, I like to read it. It seems more of a professional way for a podcast, but I keep seeing these damn comments.
And I can't see them, and I'm sad.
Gordon Ramsay's a very family friendly. He should start streaming. Oh, great. Actually, no, that would be great. He can actually, obviously do the gaming stuff. Like, oh god, okay. You know what? That is something I did not know I needed. I need Gordon Ramsay to just start streaming games at some point, just to see him go online and rage. That is all I want.
You can't do that.
All I want to see. But...
Oh my god, I want to see him playing cooking simulator.
Actually, yeah, that would be a thing, yeah. Let him play a cooking simulator game and just be like, that's how that works. Of course, I can't do a good British accent, but I'm just saying, just imagine that. And then, of course, there's obviously the food and drink category, so he could actually do that. He could actually just stream him cooking something. Like, oh, hey, here's how to do this. Like, well, that'd be cool. But still, the other bit, that'd be funny. I would want that. Oh god. Where did I put that? Wow. Also, you're in the wrong chat to see the stuff, but anyway. Wow.
Yeah.
According to EA, your game is fucking raw. It's not even finished yet. Put it back in the oven.
What are you talking about? We don't have an oven for games. Put it back in the fucking oven, kiddo.
Well, he wouldn't say. I don't think he'd say kiddo. He said something worse, but you know. Oh man.
Hey, I'm family friendly here, kiddo. Gordon Ramsay, cause of violence.
I just need this now. I need a Gordon Ramsay stream of him doing, or just a video of him just like doing these. I just need this. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really much else to talk about on that topic with the guideline stuff and Twitch being. Well, I mean, hey, technically we could go into a little bit other bits that involves Mixer and Twitch, but not much to talk about.
We trash everything, so I can trash more of it. Now I'm gonna go to stupid chat on the other side, so now I'm gonna have to mute it. I don't know how to mute because I'm dumb. Hi!
Nice job.
I'm the dumb guy.
I mean, you could literally just go to the page and then do a pop-out chat, and then you have the chats there, and you don't have to worry about anything. Or I give you the in-bed link, and you could just see all three whenever it pops up, and it's one page.
I'm fine. I have the two important ones. The Gordon Ramsay one.
Yeah, cause no. Yeah, cause
no one watches Mixer.
Yeah. I'm trying to see how that's working. So I guess we can talk about that a little bit. The whole issue there. Everybody knows
like
this.
Anything.
I guess. I don't know. Everybody knows the whole
one thing before we continue. The profile pictures we are using right now is so fucking perfect, and it looks fucking amazing on the stream. Or
can't really tell.
Discord profile pictures. It looks amazing because it's so.
You know what I should have done? Actually, I might do that. Actually. Well, no, I was about to say because both of ours are facing towards the left. I was thinking I could probably flip my image, and then mine would be facing to the right, and yours to the left. So it's like, you know, we're looking sort of like that. I guess. I was thinking that. I'm like, it'll be fine.
It's fine. Now you're gonna get a lot of be like, hey, why didn't you turn it off? What? Hey, why didn't you do that?
Nah, I don't have that. I don't have that much of an annoying audience. I don't have that much of an annoying audience because I only have like 3 people in it.
Yeah, we know.
And that is not at the same time either. That's like 3 people. It's like 1 person every so often. Anyway, I guess the other big thing to talk about, which I'll just quickly get through it because honestly everyone knows it by now. Yeah, Ninja moved from Twitter, Jesus Christ, Twitch to Mixer. I was putting them together, Twitch and Mixer. It's like so Twitter, whatever point. Yeah, that's it, everybody.
With the Twitter instead.
Yep, doing periscopes only. No, but yeah,
oh
like I said.
God, that would be terrible watching him doing that.
But yeah, Twitch to Mixer. Honestly, the only way I would watch him, which you don't really care because you don't like it, but it's like the whole. Apparently, one of his like reasons of is because going back to the roots, because he used to just play Halo back in the day. So like, you know what? If he started streaming that a little bit, I'd probably watch that. I would not watch any of the Fortnite stuff because I don't like Fortnite.
No one wants Fortnite anymore. Everyone wants Minecraft.
That's only because it was just a trend to say that. At first it was just to say it, and now they're like, oh hey, we should actually do it. First like, oh, you know, Minecraft was a big thing, all the kids were into that, and then Fortnite came out, and then it became a thing, and kids are into that only, and then it's like, you know, why don't people go back to Minecraft? Because, why not? Yeah. Like, we should all go back to that, and look at that, we did.
I gotta be honest, I think like the reason everyone goes back to Minecraft is because this so limiting things to Fortnite in general, or battle royale games in general.
Everybody wants battle royale.
Yeah.
Screw you guys, we're gonna go into some Minecraft PvP and play some freaking Hunger Games. That was the best way to go.
Yeah, and not only that, when you play Minecraft, you and normally that there's an what is it called? Unlimited amount of possibilities in Minecraft.
Basically, you can basically just do freaking everything. There in Fortnite, it's like you do like 2 things.
Like
Congrats.
you have the creative mode and you can do that, but then that's
Actually,
like,
you have 3 things.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, you have creative mode, the actual battle royale, then you have the campaign, which honestly, that's probably the only thing that is good is the campaign.
The campaign in the end?
No, I think it's still there.
Does
anyway.
anyone name is Play Save the World?
No. Nobody wants to spend $30 versus free. But anyway, yeah, and anyway, because that whole move, everything, you know, ninja moving. Of course, everybody was always the whole. Apparently, Twitch was bitter, very bitter about that. Just decided, oh hey, first we're gonna unverify the guy. Then he'll be the only channel in Twitch existence to where it won't show any of his old content anymore. It would just be recommended channels. You can't see any of his VODs or anything, so it just goes recommended.
That is stupid.
And then, what's even worse is the very first, literally, the very first video that was recommended was somebody watching porn. Literally, that was actually the recommended stream on Twitch. Was I don't know if it was somebody watching it or if it actually was someone streaming them doing the stuff onto that. But the point is, it was porn. So that was that. And you can imagine kids who watch Ninja like crazy go to the channel and see that right there. Like, okay, well, Twitch, you are screwing everything up. You're making yourself look terrible.
I mean,
very petty as hell. Oh yeah, they already look terrible, but they're making themselves look even worse. Like, jeez, it almost makes me want to just say, "Screw you, Twitch, I'm out of here." But I have nowhere else to go. I don't really want to use YouTube because the algorithm's broken as hell. And if I try to play anything, like, here's an explanation real quick of this little bit. I streamed Black Ops 2. What's that? Yesterday or the day before? I think the day before.
2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. So I streamed that, and because of the ending, at the end of Black Ops 2, they have the Carry On music video. I had no idea that entire scene was the music video. I thought it was just like something on around that. So I only got 2 seconds of the actual song, or like 1 or 2 seconds of the actual song in the stream, and I immediately skipped it because I'm like, okay, I don't want any copyright in here. The whole thing gets copyrighted, that whole scene, and my videos, the entire stream is completely blocked worldwide. So yeah, I have to. It's already downloaded. I just have to edit it, take that entire scene out, re-upload it, and it's fine again. But yeah, thanks YouTube. You don't help anything. There isn't even a remove option, and I can't go to the video editor in the YouTube Creator Studio. That's a thing. You can go in there and just take a piece of your video out. I could always go into there, take it out, and then I don't lose any of my analytics from that stream. But now I do, because it got blocked, and I have to re-upload.
Welcome to the world of content creation.
Yeah, it's a horrible life. So, yeah. YouTube, I wouldn't want to be set there alone because it's trash. Twitch, the company itself is starting to look like trash. Like, extremely. It was already doing stupid stuff, but now it's just starting to look really terrible because they're freaking crybabies. And then we have Mixer, where just not many people watch it that much. I mean, we have Ninja moving over, so more people are going to come over to watch Mixer stuff, but it's just, there's not that many people watching on Mixer. So you're not going to get a lot of attention.
And
Seriously.
also it's owned by Microsoft, and people don't like Microsoft that much either.
Well, really, that's the thing. It's owned by Microsoft, but they have free reign. They can just do what they want. It's not all dictated by Microsoft, and that's one thing I hate when people say that. It's like, oh, it's a Microsoft thing, or if it's a studio, if it's like a studio or something that Microsoft bought, it's like, oh, Microsoft dictates what they do. Like, no, they don't. And then they're like, oh, if it gets bought by them, it's like, it's got to be an Xbox exclusive now. No, they are. A lot of those are still allowed to go to PS4 or PC. They're still allowed. Just the main ones have to be Xbox exclusive because they started that way. So it's like, it's kind of meant that way, and it'd be kind of weird to just put it on some other console. But yeah.
I mean,
it's okay.
Exclusives means it's only for that specific.
That too, but then there's also people who are like, Xbox exclusive or something like, well, technically it's Microsoft exclusive because they can always put it on PC. Always.
Yeah. I mean, the old Halo games were literally Xbox exclusive back in the day. Wasn't all of them?
Nope. Halo 1 and 2 were PC games. Technically, Halo 1 was a Mac game originally. It was supposed to be Mac only, but Microsoft bought Bungie, so they became Xbox and PC. Well, it was Xbox, then it got a horrible port to PC, and then Halo 2, when it comes out on Xbox, gets a horrible port to PC. You see the rhythm. It didn't go well. So now we have the side games that are on PC, and now we're getting all the main games put onto PC later, like either later in the year or next year. So we'll see on that.
And it's not gonna be ported this time?
No, it's completely done. Okay, a lot of the stuff stays, but a lot of the code is reconstructed, so it's not a port in this sense. They are actually working crazily to fix everything, and they're transparent. So screw you guys. Screw the guys who
then we
are.
have Sony that fucks up everything.
Yeah. Understatement of the year.
I mean, it's like, oh, we're the best company. Oh wait, no one is playing anymore on our console. Hey, we have crossplay with Fortnite. And
everybody already did that.
Playing Fortnite.
Yeah, and also it's like, well, everyone else has already done that. Like, everyone else started cross-playing before you guys. Like, but we got it now. Isn't that cool? Like, yeah, maybe if you did it to begin with, but then you looked like assholes because you're like, oh, we don't want to do cross-play because we want to be stingy competitors. The point of competition is to help your own, to help yourself. And apparently their logic was, well, if we join up with them, then that is not competition. Like, that's not being competitive, and that just kills it.
That's the sad part, is that it's too much competition between... Or it's more competition between Microsoft and Sony these days, because
it's basically just being a bad sport. It's like some kind of football game where you're playing against another team, and you're just like, you absolutely hate their guts or something. You don't want anything to do with them. And a lot of times at the end of games, especially school games, they have, well, actually, I think it's just school games. They have the whole thing where it's just like, you go over to the other team and just say, like, hey, good job or whatever, like, good job for winning, or, try, good luck next time. It's like, you'll probably do better. But yeah, there's that whole thing. But then, of course, like I said, Sony being the whole, oh, we're just bad sports. We don't care. We don't like the other guys.
Yeah, but that's because they were number one
in general,
so long. They had the number
That's only
one
because they started long. I mean, they started first.
Technically, Nintendo did.
Yeah, but we don't count them in this deal. We're talking about Microsoft and Sony. I mean, Nintendo... To me, I feel like Nintendo doesn't even belong in the big three. It belongs on its own, and not in a bad way, in a good way. Like, it's just like, they don't really need to compete. What they make is just good, in a sense. They don't really need to compete with them.
Overcheck games that comes out as ads on YouTube and anything, it's never Nintendo. It's barely ever Nintendo.
Yeah, until you
Because
realize the knockoffs. But yeah.
Yeah, because Nintendo doesn't need to advertise. They just need to put a logo like, "Hey, we're releasing this game," and people are like, "Oh, it's a game from Nintendo. It's gonna probably great to decent at least."
I mean, yeah, they made good enough IPs to where it just go straight into it of like, we don't, like I said, you just don't really need to compete with the other two. They're basically in a league of their own, and that's not saying, Nintendo best company. That's not what I'm saying here. It's just that they don't really need to compete, because most of the time, like 8 times out of 10,
great.
like 8 to 9 times out of 10, it really depends on what they're doing. They make good games. They don't really screw it up.
Out of 10 in general, because like they're gonna release those 2 bad games that like go bad, but they always have like the Mario games and the Zelda games.
I mean, there are some games that people just don't like, or they're just like, okay, whatever, sure thing, Nintendo. But it's just like, it happens. Like every company does that.
But they always have like their 3 main franchises is Pokemon, Mario, and Zelda.
And okay. I was about to say every game everyone's always happy with, but I'm going to not say that about Pokemon because there is a lot of hate in the community right now.
Yeah. But that's because...
All because, we want a national Pokedex. Like, well, why don't you just go screw off and enjoy the fact there's a game coming out?
If you had waited like everyone told people to do, like, that was the thing. I think Gen 8 is pretty rushed because people wanted the Gen 8 out so fast.
That is another thing I hate about the community. Like, I really, really hate about communities. Like, gaming communities, basically. It's just that it's always that. It's always because the developers want to try to please the community. They want to try to be, nice and try to be, good terms. They don't want to just, like, go off on their own and not listen to what they say. They want to actually try to listen to the community and get their feedback. But it's just the fact that so many people want it. The hype is generated to freaking past the ceiling into the atmosphere all the way up to the next galaxy. It just keeps going all the way up, and it just ruins everything because then publishers and whatever, so Nintendo themselves in this case, are just like crashing down at Game Freak saying you gotta freaking hurry this up because everyone's gonna be pissed if it's not.
Yeah, did you not?
And then people are gonna be pissed because it's rushed.
Yeah, did you remember when they released Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee?
Honestly, I kind of like the idea. I mean, I know it was a Pokemon Go clone, but I did like the idea. Sure, at first I didn't know it was a Pokemon Go clone, but then when I figured it out, I was like, oh, that's slightly disappointing, but I'm like, it still looks cool. Kind of like that.
Yeah, but do you remember, I remember the video, the thing was, he who announced it looks so fucking sad about announcing it because the community had been so pressed they wanted a game on the Switch. Instead of waiting for a good game, for a good Pokemon game, they're like, oh, can you do a game now? So they're like, but we want to do a good game. And that's not what people want anymore. They want games.
Yeah, they just want the game. They don't really care if it's good. That's like basically I've mentioned this, I think I've mentioned this before on that thing, but I've definitely mentioned it before somewhere. I don't know if I mentioned it here, but it's basically like the way the Halo community is right now. They're freaking so crazy about it. And I mentioned it before. They are being very transparent these days. They're actually giving full blogs, like full posts, update posts about what's going on, what stuff they're fixing, what glitches they're having, and they're trying to fix it, asking people suggestions of things they'd like to have, something that the original MCC didn't, because this is for the PC version. So they're like, okay, what that didn't have, what would you like it to have? Tell us. And they do that. Then you have people who are actually doing pre-builds.
Mod support is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, they are doing mod support. So they're playing all that stuff, and it's just like, because there's just a bunch of people going around like, oh, we want the game now, or it's like, you shouldn't have announced it that early. Now everyone freaking wants it. Like da. Like, they can announce it whenever the hell they want to. It's a company.
Yes, Square Enix literally announced the remaster of Final Fantasy VII in 2012.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the thing, like, hold on, I'm red. My thing's red. Okay, there we go. Anyway, they're just like, oh, you should have announced it later when it was more done. Like, I don't know about you, but a lot of companies announce it when they start making it or when they're at a decent point in the beginning of development, and they'll announce their game like, hey, we're making this. Here's a teaser trailer or something just to show off like, hey, we're doing it, and then they start. But the thing is, a lot of companies won't tell you their site, like what's going on in the behind the scenes. They won't tell you anything because they're just gonna be hard at working on it. The Halo devs, they're actually telling you everything that's going on, and they're giving you pre-build, or certain people are getting pre-builds or whatever. So that's a good
so they
thing.
can get even better feedback. Like, oh, did you find any glitches that we didn't find?
Yeah, exactly. And they're doing like a 3-ring thing, I believe. It's like first ring is the absolute development crew, and then the second one, no, it's like that. No, I think it's like first is like in-house friends or something, like in-house friends. Second one is outhouse friends, so it's people that are 343 friends only. They get theirs a little bit. Then the third one is the community. So it's just like they're doing like that whole system there, and that's how it works. So yeah, they get a lot of ways to test glitches and everything, so you know it's going to be good, but everyone wants it to be rushed and crazy, and I'm like, do you not remember 2014? And I don't know if you know about this, because it was a big thing, but the thing is with MCC when it first launched in 2014, it was a giant broken mess. It was horrible. No one could play multiplayer, no one could play online, every game was breaking in it, so we don't need that again.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, Rockstar does that. Like, if they notice the game is not done, they're like, we're gonna push it forward. We don't care about the community in this case. We care about the game first and forward. Then when we have released it, we give fucking up on it and start to let us pay for it.
Yeah, basically, it's even worse of how many it's pretty bad of how many games these days have day one patches. Like, that's how bad it is, because they rush it out so much, they have to, or like, I don't know, a week or two later, they have to put out a patch because the game's super freaking broken. So they have to just patch it for some reason, because they have to rush it out. All because people want the game so badly. If every developer just decided to not rush at all, don't set specific deadlines. Set like, I mean, you can set a specific one, but just be like, set it and don't just worry about it. If you're not good on production, when you're getting close to that deadline, push the deadline. Just delay the game a little bit. Sure, people will be a little bit annoyed, but oh well.
Years ahead than planned.
Well, I don't really think it needs to be that long. At least 1 year, I guess, but it depends on how you are.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's gonna be the best,
because a lot of games usually take about 2 years.
Yeah, put it like 2 years. If you notice that, I'm gonna probably be done mostly to next year, put it to a year, and if you notice that you have too much still to do, push it forward a few months if you need to. Because I'd rather have a game that's complete and works decently well. Of course, there's gonna be bugs. I'm fine with that. That's always gonna happen. Or you do a wildcard deal with Ark Survival Evolved and release it when it's not even released on PC. It was still in alpha stage.
That is a lot of games, actually. A lot of games will go into early access, like pre-early access or pre-alphas or something. Like, oh hey, we're in this super early stage. Like, for example, Ark or 7 Days to Die.
4 years, and then they release it on the PlayStation 4, and I'm like, you're not even released the game on PC yet.
I was about to say they on console in general released it, but yeah, that's how they did on every console.
They released it on the console. They were not even complete with the game at all, and it's still not complete, and its game is full release now.
Right.
And I'm like, why? It's still broken as fuck.
I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I want to answer this one chat real quick. That topic that's actually going to be a topic here in just a bit, Hello Gamer. So we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get to that here later. It's probably the last topic actually, because I don't know, it might be earlier because of what we're talking about now, but it just, yeah. We'll see. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of people in the community is just becoming terrible these days. Always wanting to push things forward and like, oh hey, we need the games now. We want it now. Like, how about you just take a freaking minute and realize, hey, game development is absolutely hard. It is an extremely difficult process. There are hundreds of people working on it, like day and night, having to work tons of hours, especially overtime and getting overworked. Like having to do all that just so you can get your stupid game that you're probably going to play for a few hours and never play again. So, how about you just sit there and have a little respect?
Or rather do this. Do it yourself.
Yeah, you know what? You want a good game? You want to see how this works? How about you start some game development? There are tons of free programs and classes out there. Literally, you could go to, say for example, here's a name drop, sololearn.com or .org, I think it's .org. Not asking you to sponsor. I'm just this is free advertisement for you guys. Basically, that is a website so you can learn how to program in a few languages. Also, Code Academy. There's another one. There are tons of them out there. You can just go and get free lessons for programming. Go do that. You can learn how to program something, and then there's a lot of engine stuff where you don't even have to know a lot about graphic design or whatever. You can just throw stuff together. There you go. As long as you know a bit of programming. And then there you go. You got it. Try to make your own game. See how far you get. It's not going to be fun.
And then tell also we can sit and tell you to hurry up to complete it.
Yeah, you do that. Tell us that you're making the game, so we can tell you that, like, we could just start threatening you to hurry it up. We just like, hey, hurry it up. Hey, I want to play your game. Hey, get that done. You said this would be done. You said this feature would be in there, you know, the other day. How come it's not there yet? So fucking get it done already.
That's what you know who made Younger Simulator? What is it 5 years old with the game now?
It is many years old. I don't know how old.
Yeah,
It's
but
really
the thing
old.
is, it's not complete yet. It's not complete at all. He's still developing the game, and I'm like, this guy doesn't care if people are gonna threaten him or anything, because he's gonna do it in his pace, and he's gonna make a good.
I mean, hell, that's a developer who makes a game on their own time because they want to, not because it's a job, because they want to. It's just a popular community game. But then you have actual companies who it's their job to do it, but it's just you want to keep rushing them as if like that's gonna do anything. But half the time, the company has to listen to that, and then their superiors or whatever are like, okay, you kind of have to hurry. The community is getting impatient, and we're gonna start losing some players or whatever. It's like, well, how about you just don't worry about that? Stop worrying about what they think in that case. Avoid all that crap. Work on your own pace. And people who want it to be rushed, just no. I'm done talking to you. You are not even worth the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have 2 topics more to do, and both are longer, so I think we should probably get to those right now. But we're gonna actually take the topic that we have on, at least I have on my Twitch title, probably, so we go complete that.
I mean, it kind of is like it's almost like a complete switch change, in a way, and
hey, welcome to our stream. We do switch change.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the
talked about anime earlier and got into school stuff that was unrelated.
Good point. Okay, the topic that if anyone saw the Halo Gamer was talking about, we will get to that later. We'll talk about the topic that is now in the Twitch, or basically is in our stream titles. So, sweet. You think video games, do you think those guys cause violence? You think that's a violent thing there?
It depends. Have you killed anyone yet?
No, not that I recall. I don't remember, okay. So I played Doom recently, and that is a very violent game. You kill a lot, you can rip heads off of freaking demons and stuff. You can do a bunch of crap. I don't remember doing anything violent lately. I haven't shot anybody. I haven't punched anybody in the face lately.
Well, I played more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Battlefield 5, and I have not shot anyone yet. What I know about.
I haven't violently swore at my parents, and for freaking ever. Because honestly, no, don't do that.
I mean, I swear at my parents, but my parents are annoying. So.
Okay, that's a different story. But I'm saying when it comes to mine, I mean, I say words, but hello, I'm an adult. I can freaking swear if I want to. But it's just, I don't go crazy with it because what's the point of that? But yeah.
Only time I get is if I get really mad. But I have such self-control when it comes to hitting other people. I'm more of a passive-aggressive person. I use
basically
words.
I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to in real life, basically, I'm very passive-aggressive about things. Like, you can tell that I'm kind of mad about something because obviously I look mad, but I'm not going to take it out or anything. I'm not going to freaking punch somebody or whatever. I mean, maybe I'll yell. Maybe. It depends on how mad I am. You really have to get me mad for that.
You may say something that you don't mean to someone.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. But when it's something digital, or, say online or something, some really stupid that just, annoys me, I'll probably go a little overboard sometimes. I don't mean to. It just happens.
We have all, either smashed or controller or mouse in the board be like, fuck, why did I do that? That is
I don't think I've ever. No, actually, yeah. I was about to say I don't think I've ever broke a controller out of rage, but I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe I have. I have broken an old plastic BB gun out of rage because I was so annoyed. I just had it in my hand and just basically hit the ground with it, and I'm like, oh, it's broken. Oh shit. Oh well. That thing was only $12 anyway.
But you're super expensive controller. No wait, no, that's a cheap controller.
No, not a controller. I'm talking about a plastic BB gun.
What did you have?
It shoots plastic. No, years ago. It was plastic BB guns, like a toy gun just shoots plastic BBs. That was it.
Did you shoot babies with it?
No.
What is this?
Who the hell said that?
He shot babies. I heard babies. I don't know why. I heard babies.
Bees.
Yeah, it sounded like you said babies.
Babies.
He's like, I shot babies.
I'm shooting plastic babies. No.
We can take this out of context.
I mean, I have an airsoft gun, but that's a different story also. But anyway. When it comes...
another story. That doesn't sound like...
It's an airsoft gun, and honestly, all I've ever shot with it is a bottle, maybe a soda can, and just the target papers that it comes with. It just has a target on the thing. That's all I've done. Also very terribly, because I'm a terrible shot. So, obviously, I just keep it down there. I'm like, I don't need to shoot this thing. I'm already terrible with it. But yeah, you don't see me going around trying to shoot somebody with an airsoft gun because I played Doom recently. No, I don't remember doing that lately. I don't remember doing that. I don't think I've ever done that. Nope. I sound sarcastic, but I'm actually serious. I've never done it. I seriously sound sarcastic.
No.
No. No. No sarcasm.
FBI,
Dead serious.
open up.
I was actually about to say that with some Hello Gamer posting. He just said, I killed a mosquito playing games. I'm violent, rib. FBI, open up.
Yep. I killed a mosquito. Don't tell anyone. Let me just call a number here.
FBI. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, so nope. So
last year, was it last year or was it 2 years ago this was coming up also?
It's been coming up almost every year, basically. I mean, back in the day, it was Gamergate, which was, I think, mostly came out when Modern Warfare 2 came out. I think that was the main point around Gamergate, was because the mission No Russian was there. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, it was a mission in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 where you play as like a U.S. operative, pretending to basically undercover with
CIA agent. I think.
I think it was CIA agent, but they were undercover with a Russian group and militia group or whatever, and they were gunning down an airport. And yes, you actually
Yeah.
got to play gunning down an airport. So of course, that was flagged by a bunch of people and thought, oh, that's a very violent thing, and da-da-da. Like, you know, it's a video game, and I don't see people going around trying to shoot people because of that game. Don't see that happening. Never did.
So, they don't only bomb airports, they don't shoot airports.
Yeah, it's
Big difference.
big difference. But still, it's not caused by the game. It's just the point that that's what happened, and a lot of people goes nuts. And then that's
Yeah,
another
but
thing that also Peligamer points out. Mostly, in a lot of cases, it's kind of boomers going with it, like that generation, and like people.
Yeah.
Basically, it's either boomers or it's whatever was before millennial. Whatever was before that, or 90s kid. It's just basically.
Gen Z?
No,
We-
Gen Z is
us
after, is millennial. Like after millennial is Gen Z.
But boomers is
Boomer is like
It's
from, what was it,
That's-
50
that's
to,
after- no. Some say 30. So,
I don't know, but all I know is that it was like something like that. But just a lot of people out there, basically, they just haven't played a game or something. It's not their thing. And they just see the violence and it's like, oh, it's got to be causing it. Like, you know, there's these violent video games. That's a good cause, right? For people to start doing this stuff, kids and everything. Like, no. You know what causes it? Those people out there? You know those parents of those people? You were probably terrible parents. That's what it was. And also...
I'm gonna do something for you. As I got a beautiful picture.
Oh,
sent
wait.
in,
Wait. Are we doing this? Okay, hold
yeah,
on.
I'm gonna take away my. I'm gonna have to take off.
Hold on. I gotta get mine ready. I can put it right here.
I'm gonna just check very quick. Yes, okay. This was sent in Nexus Discord channel.
Alright. And boop. There we go. We just we just added it in for you. So if you can read that.
Yeah, he's editing it. I'm a little bit worried because
Yeah, all you have to do is just like drag it off of Discord, then just drag it into.
I don't do that.
I'm saying you can.
I put it in. This is the beauty of our community.
Yeah, the community makes some pretty good memes about this. Yeah. September 1st. What does it say? 1909? Yeah.
1939.
Oh, 1930. I'm sorry, it's hard to read that. 1939 colorized.
September 1st, 1939. Hitler playing his first video game that caused him to be violent and start World War II.
Yep, right there, everybody. That's how that works. Jesus Christ. Our community, honestly, the best. They just know where to go. That's what started it. Everybody, what started World War II? Hitler played a violent video game.
Yeah, I'm telling you, back in that day, you know.
It all is starting to make sense. The dots are starting to connect.
But how was it? Who started the first?
Somebody played Battleship, I think. I think they played Battleship and they're just like, we should actually do that. And they just sent actual battleships out there and decided, we should actually start attacking each other. That's definitely how America got started into the war, because Germany decided, hey, sink a ship. Like, oh, hey, we played Battleship recently. They played Battleship. Let's do this. And just destroy, like, sunk your Battleship. And just like, war.
And my stuff, we're gonna get flagged a lot for that picture, by the way, but hey,
we probably will, but you know what? We're trying here. Here's
I'm
the
a
deal.
comedian. I do what I want, and you can't stop me.
And by the way, anything of what we just said, it's not like we're trying to be offensive to, let's say, for example, Germany, because that's just most of what I just referenced. This was back in the day, okay?
Yeah.
This is way back in the day when stuff like this happened.
I'm
Not
not
like now.
offensive to everyone, so I'm not apologizing for
Hans
anything
loads
I
the
said.
shell. Alright.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Nicht gut. Hi, I'm making fun of you people. And here's the thing, I'm never gonna apologize for making a joke, because here's the thing, if you apologize, that means that you feel bad for it. If it's comedy, it's comedy.
It's not that I feel bad for it, it's just the fact that I know how the internet is, and I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna be like, you know what, if you're gonna be offended by this, that's kind of your thing. I'm not trying to be offensive, you're just taking it that way.
Here's the thing, I try to be offensive, and if you have a problem with that, but that's the thing, that's my kind of humor. That's our humor. We are
okay. I mean, their offensive humor is usually the funniest humor. Sorry to say, it is. So, it just depends on what you're trying to be offensive to. There are certain limits you don't cross, but then there's others where it's like just cross it like crazy. Just go nuts.
I cross all lines, except certain words. I don't use words. But
are you sure?
Cross the line.
Do you cross the country line? Do you want to cross the America country line? You want to see how that goes?
But it's so far away.
I wouldn't try it. Anyway, you don't want to cross that line, trust me.
Actually, if I go from the north side, it's gonna be fine.
Oh, so you're saying if you go through the south border? I mean, you're probably right, but regardless. Regardless, back to the main deal with video game violence. Yeah. So the main thing, obviously, is this has basically been a study for years that has been going on, testing tons of people, tons of kids. Never has been proven. Never has there been a correlation between, hey, video games, violence. No. It's just people who just want to say that.
Yeah. Like, I get it. Did video games cause violence? You get mad, you may break. Yes, that's a violent act. But are we gonna... No. Because that's the thing. We don't hurt people. We hurt things. We break stuff.
Yeah. Trust me, we're not violent towards people. We're violent towards our possessions.
Like, and if you want to arrest us for it, do it. I dare you.
I mean, they can't. It's our property. You can't arrest us for breaking our own property.
It's gonna be a union soon, like property's union. If you break us, we arrest you.
State of New York versus that guy. Court case. He broke his controller. What a violent, horrible person. Sentenced to 5 years in maximum security prison. Jesus.
What are you sitting in for, son?
It's like, he broke my stuff. Like, your stuff? Yeah, I bought him this controller. Well, if you bought it for him and it's for him, that's his. No? Freaking old man.
I feel like that's gonna be the common theme in the future. Like, the reason people are gonna be in prison is not for the crimes that we commit today, it's the crimes that we do to items, like inanimate objects. Because today's society, we're not gonna be outside too much anymore, because we are too much of a lazy species for that.
Honestly, I mean,
basically gonna be like. If you break something, they're gonna arrest you for it because you're not allowed to not be lazy.
I mean, in reality, though, when people do that, you know, they kind of break their stuff because they're angry or whatever. I mean, I get it in some cases. I mean, it happens and you don't really mean to. It's just like most of the time it happens when you're a kid or like young teenager or something. It's like, okay, that much makes a lot of sense. You know, you kind of don't understand the fact that you need to stop breaking your crap. But then when you're like an adult trying to do that, you calm down. Just calm the hell down, okay? You're fine. The world's not ending. Oh my god, you freaking lost. Oh no, I was in second place in Fortnite. God damn it. Like, can you just, calm down. You're okay.
You know my dad.
There's always the next match. If you made it to second place, I'm pretty sure there's a good guarantee you can make it to first. Calm down. But regardless, yeah, it's just there's that. People need to calm down. But when it comes to the whole violent thing, people keep linking into video games, just thinking, yep, that's the thing. No, it's called two things: mental issues, because that is a thing. People do have those. And then there's parenting.
Do?
Totally not.
Like,
But
people have mental issues. Isn't that fake?
yeah.
Oh, who was it
Not
that said that? What was it?
Was there a politician who said that? I think. Oh no, there was a YouTuber who said that.
YouTuber. There was.
I think Keemstar said it.
That feminist YouTuber that everyone hates.
I thought it was Keemstar who said it. Like who said
Keemstar
that.
says a lot of dumb shit. No one's listening to him.
I mean, I thought he was the one who said that mental issues are fake, or
yeah, and
anxiety or whatever
like,
are fake.
How in the because that stuff like that pisses me off. Because like, no, it's not that fake. I get the idea. Yes, it's all in your head. That was one thing she said. I remember that. It's all in your head. Yes, it is in your head. That's why it's a mental issue. Because
yeah, if it wasn't in your head, it'd be a physical issue.
It's all in your head, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is all in your head, but it's extremely hard to get around. Especially for someone who has a mental disorder. No, gaming is not a mental disorder. Get the hell out of here. But seriously.
Hey, gaming is a mental disorder. Don't just see it causes violence.
Dear God. It all connects. First, we have scientists say that gaming is a mental disorder, and now people are saying it causes violence. Oh no. No.
It all connects.
What's
connects. Next?
The freaking conspiracy, man.
Only the only answer to salvation.
But anyway, so basically that's how this goes. And then of course we have a cult following with the U.S. president. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Nobody cares. Shut up. Come to my house right now, FBI. I don't care. Point being, yeah, honestly, they probably could. They get my IP, but who cares? When it comes down to it, I'm just saying this. We have a stupid cult following here. It's really annoying. Nobody freaking cares. I'm just ranting stupidly right now, but I'm just saying in general that that's not where it started, but it went into it. Now it's got even worse in that case because it's freaking widespread. Then you got other politicians coming in saying the same thing. I'm trying not to get too political, but in the case, it's kind of hard to when politics are all involved in this.
Like, but yeah, here's the thing. If I'm gonna just mention just Sweden in this case, because we don't ever complain. We don't go to, oh, this is the issue for what's happening. No, we attack the immigrants. United States, they attack the immigrants, the games, the everything that moves basically. Is
honestly, I don't know.
Here's the thing, though. People say, "Oh, guns is the issue." No, guns is never the issue. Yes, guns is bad to if you don't have the right mind in your head. But if you're a person that is calm and that knows how to actually use a gun, you're fine. And I get. I
wouldn't say calm. I'd say if they know if they have a good moral sense or moral compass.
Like I get it. I'm not against gun laws. Again, to be honest, like in Sweden we have strict no guns policy. That's the thing. We have a no guns policies in Sweden.
I just don't see the point in owning one. Honestly, I just really don't. I don't really care for it.
I don't
see
either.
it.
Though I would want to own a 1911, but that's because I like that pistol so much in games.
That's the thing. If you could just own one just to, I mean, again, for this example, you say you just like it just for that. You know what? You could just put it up somewhere. Put it up for a freaking, I don't know, display.
Yeah, I don't care if it's unload. If I get like, if I could own just the gun instead, like an actual version of the 1911, I would be fine because it's a beautiful looking gun, and I don't care if it's loaded or not because.
I mean, what you could do is get it, cement the inside, can't freaking be shot at all. It's just a display item. And it's that gun, you just put it up. That's it. You're good to go. But yeah, I mean, in that case, yeah, it's perfectly fine. But I just don't really see the point in owning because it's really stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I could go for like, I mean, I get in certain, if you live in a certain area where there's a lot of violence and
That's everywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, that's called the Donald Trump's committee.
I mean, that's a lot too. That has a lot to do with it. But I don't know. It's just in general, when it comes down to it, I don't know. A lot of people go again. I'm trying to circle back to the original topic because we keep going down a rabbit hole. I'm trying to climb out. But when it comes down to it, I just don't see why anybody would think that. And I actually have a very good example here. There was somebody on the news lately. I don't remember where the news station was at, like, what state or whatever. But they brought in like a therapist or psychiatrist or something. I don't remember what, but they brought that in. It was like an old lady, and it sounds kind of weird saying old lady instead of old woman. I don't know, but the point is, it was that, and had her come in like, oh, what's your thoughts on games being connected to violence or whatever, and like, she brings up this whole fact of games, yes, being cause of violence, and Fortnite could be causing all that too, with all the kids and everything. It's a real issue. And then saying like, well, TV's kind of violent, but it's not really that bad of a thing. Like, oh, okay. You're gonna rant on games here, being the cause. You're not at all gonna talk about TV.
And
I don't know about you, but there's a lot of violent stuff on TV. A lot. But
and
no.
I will say this. I think did I mention this in SFC once? Like, if people are gonna attack video games, okay, video games and movies is like the least violent thing you can talk about. Then, music is.
That's another thing that was talked about too. Freaking music also being like, oh, music can cause violence too because of the stuff that it has in it. Like, okay, I'll admit one thing. There is certain music out there that can kind of put you into a mood per se, because it's the way it does. It's just how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, me, when I'm mad or something, I'll actually have music that's like more heavy or more, I don't know, just like, it kind of seems that way because it's just my type of mood. But it kind of has a reverse effect on me, really. It doesn't make me more mad or make me want to go freaking punch people or shoot people. It makes me want to calm down, because it just like it, for some reason, has a reverse effect and calms me down because it's that type of music. I don't need freaking Beethoven to calm me down. I can use this stuff and it just works fine. I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah, and as in my case, normally when I'm sad or depressed or something, I feel like, oh, life sucks. I just put on sad. Like I have just a specific playlist on my Spotify that I just listen to cry out or something.
I have a ton of playlists on my phone for like different moods, and yeah, that's obviously one. So
and when I'm mad, I don't listen to music at all. I try to just talk with people, to be honest.
I do both, really. But me, I'm not really a vocal speaker in a lot of cases. I mean, yeah, I know I'm being very vocal here, but it's kind of different, really.
Yeah, he's forced to in this case.
Well, it's not really that it's forced to. It's just like I feel like I'm comfortable saying everything here. But if it's just like if I'm talking to somebody randomly, like if somebody was trying to get me a therapist or something to like talk to about stuff, I definitely do not think I could do that, because it's just like I can't talk about anything. I can't just open up and start talking about literally everything that goes on in my life. But then I can literally just be on the phone with somebody and like text or message on something. I could go on and on for a while. It just goes.
Yeah. I get that. I see it like I'm myself. Like
Spotify.
I don't
has the best music. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Same with me. I don't like therapists. Like, the thing is, I am literally like, what you can learn by a degree, I can learn by actually observing people, not by looking at the book, reading about feelings. Like, because you can't help people in that way, because people works differently, and if you work by the book, you can't help them.
I mean, they usually do like actual practice stuff on people, and they actually have to,
Yeah, but I have distrust to doctors in general.
Yeah, I mean, I can get that. But when it comes down to it, though, for some cases, I do see therapists as a good thing for certain people, but I'm just saying for me, it wouldn't work. It's not a thing for me. I wouldn't need that. Even if I was like pretty depressed, which I have been in the past, it's like that it would not work for me at that time. I just wouldn't do it.
Yes.
But
And I just want to point out the irony of us sitting here trashing therapists and stuff and stuff like that. And
only
one
because
of our
we're
friends,
oh yeah,
and one of our friends is a therapist.
It's kind of sad actually. Oh god, we've been
irony.
yeah. The two things we have done on this podcast so far, we have trashed therapist, one of our friends is. We have trashed English, and somebody in our friends has an English major too. Like, okay.
We trash anime, and most of the people we know love anime in that group.
Sorry, SFC.
We basically trashed everything they are in anime.
But
And we
yeah.
trashed the Halo community. Also.
Okay, they deserve it. They deserve it. I'm sorry. Look at me, you deserve it. There's only like 10% of you. Really? There's only like 3% of you. Nah, okay, I'll be fair. Like 5 or 8, I guess. That of the percentage that are good. That, you know, you're really awesome people. But then there's the rest these days that are just completely freaking toxic like hell. Like, I just want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, and then we sit here like, what are we gonna trash? Okay, we're trashing Halo. Now we're trashing English. Now we trash therapists. What do we have
Why not?
left to trash?
I don't know. I mean, there's not really much else we could say really about video games and violence. It's just that
My
it
side
doesn't
hurts.
happen. Well, you've been laughing a lot, but
Yeah.
it's just there's not really much else I can say when it comes to the video game violence because it's an obvious thing. I don't know why people randomly think that's a connection because it's not. I mean, yeah, there was this thing recently. Do you know of Dr. Phil? Like, you know that? That guy?
Yeah, I don't watch
I'm
Dr.
just
Phil.
saying if you know the name. That's all.
Who doesn't
you-
know Dr. Phil?
I'm just saying. But okay, I mean, when it comes to him, recently there was like a thing on the show. I was watching it because people were saying it was like really dumb. Not what was going on. It was like dumb that I don't know. It's like saying that he was one of the people who was also saying that no, video games do not cause violence. He was saying that. He was trying to debunk the whole thing too. I'm like, okay, good for that guy. At least he knows. But
And he's a man of science. Basically, that's the thing with Dr. Phil.
it's
He's
kind
a
of true.
man of science.
Well, no.
He
not really.
goes for the therapist's science, and if he has seen all the papers about it, he follows that instead of actually. But that's the thing. The people don't follow the science anymore. People are too much into the political side of everything. Like,
Basically,
oh,
just
they
believe what other
said
people say.
this.
Yeah, just
That
it's
means
just
that is correct.
pretty much. It's like, oh, this person has a high position in a government or something. Like, you know, they say this. Well, I guess it must be true. No, it's not. It's just their stupid beliefs, which is most of the time how it is, because they're too old and don't understand how life is these days. It's changed a lot since they were younger. So, yeah. But then, like I said before, it's just that, what was it? In the Dr. Phil episode, it was about a kid who... this is the thing. The kid basically is... Yeah, the kid definitely needs a lot of correction. A lot. He's a horrible kid. And I'm only saying that... I'm not saying that to belittle a kid. I'm just saying that what is with him so far, not very good. Swears all the time. Plays a lot of mature games, basically. Just swears all the time. Says a lot of crap. Extremely disrespectful to parents when the parents are not actually, you know, being annoying in that sense. They're not actually doing that. The only thing is, the real problem, the mom the parents in this case, or in this sense the mom, was allowing the kid to play these games. There is a rating on these games for reasons. In the US, we have the ESRB system. And in Europe, I believe it's the PEGI system. Or something like
and
that.
our system, I wouldn't say our system is a little bit more straightforward. I feel like
Kind of in a sense, but we basically have it on the label. It still is the same thing, because, you know, we have E, which obviously just everyone. I mean, it just
Yeah,
it kind of makes sense. Like it's everyone, E10 up, so no one above, so it's everyone 10 and up in that case. Then you got T, which is teen, M, mature, which it does say on the label, like T is like 15 and up, I think, and then mature is 17 and up. And then of course we have adult, which is 18 and up. So you have actual deal.
That's where, yeah, but that's the issue. Like, use numbers. For fuck's sake, that's
in a way. I wouldn't really do M. I kind of don't like the fact that M and A are separate things. In a way, I feel like if it's 17 and up, 18 and up should still be a thing. It's 1 year apart. 1 year. What are you gonna do in that 1 year? You basically already have this in your head.
And also mature. That's.
You know what they could do? They could put an X.
Oh, X
yeah.
for extreme.
Well, I was gonna say X for like, you know, adult content, like, you know, if it's like for some stupid reason somebody wants a pornographic game, X. There you go, X rated. Or if you actually want to do the real rating, it's XXX. But yeah. Point being.
Here's the thing, but I get to disturb by the mature because here's the thing: a 15-year-old can be as mature as a 50-year-old person. Because it's not about age in that case. It's often about what when they need to be. So I can be a child, but I'm classified as a mature person in the way because that is my age, and I'm 22, and that is an adult. That's a mature age. But I am not mature anywhere. I promise you that.
Yeah, I can vouch. But to go back to the story of the kid, it's just basically that she buys the games for him and basically she's the enabler in this case. She enables him to do these things because she buys GTA 5 and all these other games. I forgot the other ones, but I know GTA 5 was definitely one of them. It's apparently his favorite to play, and her reason was just like, you know, because he wanted it. You know, could he get it? Like, who cares if he wants it? Put your foot down and say, and look, and be like, oh, hey, it's okay. Let me just see what this game has in it. Because let's say Halo, for example, a lot of it was M, but honestly, a kid could play it. There's just a few swearing in there. It's not really that bad. I mean, sure, there's killing aliens, but it's killing aliens. What the hell are you gonna do? And then freaking 5 was rated T, but point being, that's not really too bad on the spectrum. Then you have GTA 5, which has a lot of, obviously, swearing. Then it could even, I guess, be considered a racial slur in that case, which it's not, unless you try to let it be. And then you got actual strip clubs in the game that you can go to. And prostitutes and everything. All that is in there, and drinking alcohol, smoking weed, all this other stuff. Just everything is in there. And you give that to your kid. I forgot his age. It's like, I don't know. He's still young. Definitely, he has not hit puberty yet. You can tell.
So about 10 or something.
Maybe, I don't know. It could be like 7 to 10, roughly. But yeah, it's just. Actually, I played San Andreas when I was little. But honestly, it's just when I was like younger. I don't remember how old it was, but I played that, and honestly, that game didn't have that much in it to me because I didn't get too far in it. I mainly played with cheat codes. That's all I did. I just turned on the cheat codes and just blew crap up because it was fun.
Play with cheat codes in GTA San Andreas.
I mean, who didn't? I mean, honestly, I turned on the cheat codes. Excuse me. Turned on the cheat codes and I killed it. Just destroyed everything.
You remember having like a lot of paper with all the cheat codes?
Oh my god, I remember just like going to a computer or something, or going to the store, and they would have cheat code books, and you would have a piece of paper with you, and you would just write down all the cheat codes it had, like, okay, this is what I want. Or, you know, if you had a computer at the time, and it had good enough internet, then you could write it down there. Then there you go, tons of paper with that. Like, Jesus.
I don't know where it is, but I had a folder, basically a physical folder with printed cheat codes for San Andreas.
I am sure there is a piece of paper somewhere still here. I probably threw it away already, but I don't know. It's probably still somewhere in this house, which has Destroy All Humans cheat codes. Because I just have them.
Oh my. It's so amazing. Like, that is so sad with today's games. Like single player games and stuff, that you can't like do cheat codes like you could back in the day, because you could like destroy the whole game with
Yeah.
just messing around.
Yeah, and a lot of times now it's harder these days, or it's like, oh, you can't do this, cheat code, whatever. Like, okay, why not? Be nice, add some cheat codes, it'd be cool. And then a lot of games they're having as unlockables, where it's like, oh, you beat the game, here's a cheat code. Like, it'll just give it to you. Like, well, now I feel like there was no effort involved. Yes, I had to beat a game, but kind of just feels like I was given something when I could have just like actually had the effort to go look it up.
Duty, Modern Warfare Remaster. You have to find all the intel to get cheat codes, and that is like you have to work for it to look at least on the map.
I mean, I guess, but in a way, it still kind of feels like it's like cheating a cheat code, if that makes any sense. Like, it feels like I just got cheated out of using a cheat code. It's kind of stupid because it's like it's a built-in. I mean, yeah, cheat codes are built in, but it's like it feels different. Especially in older games, because people didn't know about these cheat codes. They had to figure this crap out, and they didn't even know about it, or that cheat codes were a thing. And nowadays, everyone knows what a cheat code is, and it's just right then and there. Like, okay, it just kind of sucks.
Like, if you go, I'm not kidding. If you go on like a website that looked up back in the day, if you try to search for a game that is now, you're not probably gonna find any cheat codes. Because there is basically no cheat codes anymore. Because people are
Yeah, I mean, basically, as Halo Gamer's saying here, I mean, cheat codes back in the day were used to test the game. Like, Des would use it to test stuff in the game for it to work. And now, you know, they don't really need it because they have software to do all that. They just test it like that. And before, they would have, like, debug menus in every single game. So you could actually see what the developers saw when they had their, like, debug builds or whatever. But now, of course, you can't do that. Very limited.
Yeah.
But back on the point, yeah, I played GTA San Andreas as a kid. That didn't make me any bit violent. Yeah, no. And then we have this kid with GTA 5, which is way more worse than San Andreas, way more worse for a child. And then that was the thing.
When it comes to adult stuff, racial
A lot of adult content.
stuff, but that basically is about a black person you're playing, Carl Johnson, and he's like, that's it. They use the N-word a lot in that game, but yeah.
Especially in 5. Yeah, especially in GTA 5, but I don't know.
Did you hear that a lot?
Yeah, that was like in the first few minutes. Well, actually, no, not the first few minutes. The first few minutes was the heist, but once you get in control of Franklin, then there's a lot of it. So.
I don't remember because, you know, I have completed the story twice on it. That was a long time ago, man.
Me, it's just easy to remember stuff. But, yeah, it just, like I said, the woman basically just enabled her kid way too much. She needed to put the foot down. And honestly, if she's getting tired of his crap, take the stuff away from him. You can do that. It's not gonna freaking kill you. Sure, the kid's gonna have a freaking rage fit, but he'll calm down later enough. He needs to learn that, hey, if you're gonna act like this, you don't get this stuff. That's how basically I'd do it with my own kid in that case. I'm not gonna freaking just hand him off the freaking super violent games and all that other crap. Not because of him shooting up a place, because honestly, that's just not really a thing he needs to play at the moment. If it's like something like GTA 5, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's pretty dumb. Don't need that happening.
To be honest, until they're like 13, they're not. I'm probably not gonna allow them to play too violent games.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, again, when it comes to, gonna name it again, Halo in this sense, like it's not really that violent. So if they're younger, sure, I could let you play that. It's not really that bad. You're not really gonna.
But here's
go
the
for
thing. Then you have to supervise.
I mean, yeah, you could be a supervisor. I mean, you have to supervise your kids while you're playing these games. That's the other bit.
And I get it, yes, okay, you will not let them play it.
Oh,
okay,
God, please
fine.
don't.
But if you're gonna let a person play the game, you watch them. You shake.
You watch them, make sure what they're doing, make sure they're not doing something stupid in it. And then, of course, obviously, if you're gonna be one of those parents that absolutely hates swearing just for them to hear the swear word, then hey, you could sit there with the remote in your hand and press mute every time you know it's gonna happen, or whatever. Be that freaking parent. For me, I don't see the point in hiding a swear word. I just see the point in making sure they know not to say them until later on. Like, wait years
Yeah.
for you to even say it. You can hear it all you want, but don't say any of it.
Yeah, until you're a teen, don't use those. Teenager, fine. You basically you're gonna be in that. It doesn't matter what people say to you.
I mean, you're gonna be angsty anyway. What else is new? Might as well go ahead and do something instead of saying all the made up words that you've done throughout the years.
Yeah. So instead, I'm like this. If you're a kid, you swear, yes, fine. As long as you're a teen. If you're under 13, don't swear. Be nice. Treat people with respect. Or actually do that anyways. But don't be like this. Don't be a kid that's like, oh, if I can't do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, don't be that kid. Don't be a brat.
Yeah, I mean that's basically where this kid went wrong in a sense, is that his parents went wrong. Didn't supervise, didn't try to teach the kid right away the right and wrong of that situation. They just got
And what happens then? YouTube gets taken away because some parents and people complain about someone making a mistake.
Yeah.
If YouTube wasn't such coward, I have seen many reasons why they did it. Because companies pulled out, but if they didn't back down and said, we don't care, they just...
I mean, it's bad enough they even made a YouTube Kids app, which, yes, that is mostly for way younger kids, but at the same time, there is content on there for the slightly older ones. Like, there is, super family-friendly, game creators. Those are good, I guess.
I feel like people are too overprotective over teens today.
But they really are. I mean, I'm not going to say...
Bambi die. When I was 5, I saw Bambi die.
Yeah.
I was 5 when I saw Bambi die.
Okay. Here's the thing about that, though. Here's what people don't understand. That even adults, like back in the day, they don't understand it either. It's even weird about that. There are old cartoons and old movies and stuff that they'd show us. They don't understand how bad it was. Yes, there are adult jokes in cartoons back then, which honestly, I love those type of cartoons, where you can make a type of adult joke where the kid will absolutely not get it at all, but the adults absolutely will. Which, in a lot of cases, this would be like, let's say, Rocco's Modern Life or whatever. That was filled with a lot of them. That had a bunch of, it was good enough for kids to watch, and they wouldn't get any of the jokes for adults, but the adults would absolutely get everything. That kind of stuff's good. But I mean, it's
the adult part was like, oh, hey, we're gonna put in some jokes for you so you can have a little bit fun too, so you get it. Well, the kids are gonna be sitting there watching the cute animals or whatever you watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
And that's the thing, and I hate today's cartoons because they're like so PC basically, like. Oh, you can't say this and this. Like, I'm not kidding. We have a show, Pinocchio is basically about slavery.
Yeah, we have
and
that.
no one censored that anytime.
And what's even worse is a lot of people like all these like Christmas specials and everything. Oh, it's a whole child family experience. These Christmas specials and like, oh, here comes Rudolph. Like, oh yeah, that's a good. Christmas special. Well, if you look into that, it's not. That is not a good thing for kids. It's literally a special about bullying a kid and making him be something he's not, and then also, having him cover up like him because he's unique. Cover up his uniqueness.
That's racism in its
basically because they think. Because, hell, he had a red nose that blinks, so they gave him something to cover up his nose. Like, seriously, you're basically teaching a kid to not be unique in this case, is what you're trying to teach that kid, and they don't see that. So, yeah, you have all these old shows doing that crap, but yet then you go over to the freaking new stuff, and you're just like, oh, this old stuff, like, how about, no, even your crap was bad. How the hell did you not turn out different? Oh, wait, you did. Because half of the freaking older generations are the racist ones. Not
and
joking.
Then they complain that, and then our generation become racist. Old generation doesn't affect our generation, like that there is diversity, and people then be like, oh my God, it's the immigrant's fault. We're all immigrants, okay? Learn the fact. in the end,
Very true.
everyone, in a way, has always. In the end, I don't think there is a pure person in this world anymore. Like that has a pure
Honestly, not.
line.
And hell, look in the case
Like-
of the U.S., for example. Yeah, I'm going to get political here. Get over it. But when it comes down to it, look at that, for example. The whole reason why this actual country was founded was because we were just tired of the UK doing their thing, and we wanted to be a little bit different, and we want a place for everybody to just go somewhere and do their own thing. And now we have it where it's like, oh no, we want our own thing. We don't want any of your stuff over here or anything like that. We don't want any of you over here. Da da da. Like, okay, now you're just making it worse. You're just basically contradicting. And another contradiction is, oh hey, we wanted to get away from taxes. Hey, look this, now we're one of the most taxing places ever.
And what?
Hmm.
To what freed the country? It was the British people. It was literally British people fighting British people for a land they was born in. And that apparently is the American people. But in reality, you're all British. But you will not acknowledge
America.
that part of history. And secondly, you try to take away slavery. It took like 50 years or something, if not even less, for you to have
Technically, it
slaves.
took a lot more. I mean, it took that long for us to get rid of slaves. But that doesn't really matter because then again, they weren't even treated like people after that anyway. It took a lot longer for that to happen. Head all the way to the freaking 50s for that one.
See, every country has been an issue. Like, it doesn't matter. Sweden, I'm not saying, I'm not going to attack Sweden for one also. I'm not kidding. We emigrated to United States for jobs. For jobs.
Mm-hmm.
People are fleeing today from wars into Sweden. And we say no. We're like, no, you're not welcome here. Like, we did something for lesser things because we were poor. Well, they are dying and they're poor.
I mean, in some cases, it almost. I mean, okay, I could take one reason, and then after that, it's just like, no, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, one reason would obviously be they don't want to shelter because then they become a part of the war and they have to actually do something about it in that case. I mean, they don't have to do anything about it, but just be a shelter. But then, you know, the people they're at war with will just start to come after them in the place. So I guess that almost makes sense, but the rest just no.
No, but that's the thing. If the people in Syria and Iraq and Iran, the Middle East, if they would hunt down people, they have to go through like a lot of countries, and they would not let anyone pass
Hey,
through.
people have planes these days.
Like today, would the Middle East try to attack European soil in any way, shape, or form? They would go to war. They would be they would have the whole Europe and the United States against them. They would not touch them. But
Yeah, that's
get
right. I'm
this
surprised
clear.
there isn't a North American war yet. I'm very
North America-
surprised. Actually, just an American war. This War of the Americas.
I mean, United States fucking fight themselves instead.
But now we have freaking. Basically, a lot of United States these days is very racist towards anybody down south. So that would go well on that bit. And then, of course, Canada would just be like, nope, we are out of this. Nope. You guys do your
They're
own
like,
thing.
God bless the Queen.
That
Like,
makes
we're not
no sense in this
Canadians, we're
content, but okay.
British people
No.
now. Because we don't want to.
No, I'm pretty sure at that rate, Canada would just split off and be like, oh, hey, we're just going to make our own continent now. Screw you guys. We'll just
I'm
push. We'll
surprised
just push
they
the
have-
U.S. down to the South America. You guys can join that and go to war in that case. Have like a civil thing, and we'll
Aren't
just stay
they
up here
already
north.
basically trying to fucking create a war in South America?
I mean, California is apparently trying to become their own country.
Yeah, that's so fucking amazing, and I'm like, yes. Anyone
mean,
that understands that
yeah.
American politics
Oh,
is
that
great.
actually reminds me. That's another thing that just happened recently. I did mention it in the Discord, or in our group, that, so apparently Trump was trying to buy, what was it, Greenland, I think? I don't remember. He was trying to purchase that. I don't remember where it was exactly. But he was trying to do that from Denmark, or somewhere from Denmark, and they said no. No, you can't have that. It's not for sale. And then they turned around and say, however, we would be willing to buy the United States. And I do believe they've gone on record saying that they are offering to buy the United States. For one,
So Canada, so Denmark wants to buy United States, but they will not let them buy Greenland that no one cares about.
well, it's not about that, just that, honestly, I'm pretty sure the United States would just screw Greenland the hell up even worse. But it's the point that,
I mean, Alaska goes well, doesn't they?
I mean, I guess it's better. But honestly, I feel like it'd be honestly a better idea if Denmark did buy the U.S. Because if you think about it, I mean, I'm just saying this in general. Think about this. So, honestly, the United States is in serious debt right now. It literally is. It's in like trillions of dollars of debt. That's why we had that huge government shutdown, because we were in debt. All because of some stupid crap of, oh, hey, build the wall crap, whatever the hell. All that stupid crap. We went into debt. Denmark wants to buy, we would be out of debt. But then we have this other bit where they would own, but they actually have better stuff than we do.
You guys, wait, does Denmark have free healthcare?
Yeah, they have free healthcare, free education, free higher education, actually, and everything else. So yeah, you can go to a good enough college, free, and also
So
you
how about me
you
buying
get
United
free
States?
healthcare. Yeah, I'm just saying in general, they get a bunch of stuff. They have a bunch of better stuff. There's another free thing they have, but I forgot what it was. But I just know that's free healthcare and free higher education. And I'm like, those are very good benefits that I honestly wish we had. I think Tennessee or something's getting some kind of free education in a way, but I think it's for like lower education. I don't think it's for higher. But yeah, I'm just saying
Actually,
in general.
Halo gamer, I'm gonna say this: United States wouldn't dare take anything. That's the thing. United States may have one of the greatest armies, but combine the European army and the Asian army, they will lose. So they wouldn't dare take anything from anyone. That if someone says no, the UN would first step in, and if they don't listen, then the whole world will turn against the United States. They can't do anything because here's the thing. That's what people don't understand is that the United States can do what they want. Yes, Russia can do what they want, but two different forces on two different fronts. The middle ground is Europe. Europe doesn't want to work with any of them because they hate both. And where does it end? It ends with United States can't go in because then they get Asia and Europe against them because Europe want to actually start an army. No joke. They want to start an army of their own, and they get Russia by their side if the United States. If Russia attacks, United States. So United States can't do anything in a war. They're gonna lose. Russia's gonna lose. North Korea, nobody cares. Like they sit there over there like, hey, we're scary too. Just let us shoot some rockets into the water and show you that we're scary.
I mean, honestly, if you think about it, though, here's the other thing. If we actually went into a full-blown, like, again, another world war, pretty sure no one's surviving. Because, honestly, we now have the ability to nuke half the planet.
USA,
that's not a joke.
Russia, Japan, Israel, China, what the fuck else has nukes these days? It's gonna launch it, and then it's gonna be like nothing left.
I'm just saying, because if everybody
Except
launches their
cockroaches.
nukes, if every high country or everyone that has them launches them, nothing's going to be left. It's basically just going to be complete ash everywhere.
Yeah, and that's the second thing. They don't dare go into war because they know the destruction we can do these days.
Pretty sure it's gonna be Hiroshima times 100 or a million. I don't know. Just it's a lot. 1,000. It's crazy, insane, bad. So yeah, no, everyone
Russia,
always
USA
wants to
would never
avoid
have,
war.
Russia and the USA is already at war in right. We are technically in a Cold War with
We're in a Cold War with like 3 different people right now.
United. What? He said that about Russia and the USA will not.
I'm saying we're in a Cold War with like 3 different people.
No, the first Cold War was between Russia and the United States also.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Right now, we've always been on end with Russia, no matter what. Even back in World War II and all that, we were still on edge with them. We didn't really trust them then. It's just that we had to group up because obviously Russia didn't like Germany. We didn't like Germany. It just only fit. So obviously we were allied in that case. But that was the only reason.
Did the Cold War ever end? Did it truly ever end?
In a sense, yes, because we kind of eased it down. But at the same time, it's not fully down because it's still kind of there.
Yeah, it never fully ended.
Still happened.
It's more like this is like the blizzard of the war. Like no one's gonna move on each other because it's like.
Apparently, according to South Korea, this is actually something that I saw earlier today. Apparently, according to South Korea, North Korea launched 2 projectiles underwater today. So don't really know what that is, but yeah, that happened. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but North and South Korea is definitely at the Cold War, and they have been for a long time too.
Freaking North Korea is we're in a Cold War with almost everybody. Nobody likes North Korea.
Yeah, and then, but South and North is like stand up on each side, like, come at me then, eh? I dare you.
That's why they have their border. I don't know, it's messy.
I have heard that between the walls, there's 2 different walls in the border that it's like, there's a minefield. There is nothing but a minefield and 1 road. That's it. It's a minefield and a road. That's between the border.
I mean, now they side trust each other, so it's obviously the better way to go. But all I know is it's just gonna be a lot of crap.
Yeah, but should we go to the final topic before we end, because we have like 40 minutes or less, something like that.
We'll get to that. I mean, honestly, it's also pretty bad that basically Trump and Putin are basically just friends at this rate. I mean, they're not. But I say friends because honestly, you can see a lot of time of them like meeting and all that. I'm like, okay, good for you too.
That's the thing. That's like the political side. It's like they hate each other, but for it to look good, they meet up, they talk, they do that, and in the end, they hate each other. They doesn't stand each other, but they do it so it looks good on paper.
Honestly, I feel like at this rate, I mean, it's kind of sad that they kind of drill you in school, in a sense. I'm saying America in this sense. They, in a way, try to drill you to make you in a way like a patriot or someone who really believes in their country, really likes their country and stuff. And at this rate, that never worked for a lot of people, because a lot of people hate this country now and have for years.
And why do Swedish people hate Sweden? I don't know.
Just for the hell of it. Because
I'm not kidding.
We have a real reason.
Our biggest fear is a fucking Russian submarine that doesn't exist. That's our threat.
Honestly,
Russian
I see this in the next few hundred years, or at least in the next millennia, just killing ourselves in some way. I just see it happening because honestly, that's just where it's going. Everything's crumbling down as it is.
And if we don't kill ourselves, Earth is gonna kill us, because Earth always finds a way to defend itself.
I'd say that's gonna be a long time first. Because honestly, that's another thing. Just a lot of people obviously when there was all those times like, oh, end of the world coming, like, that's gonna be a long time from now. The only way that will happen is if, again, the nuke thing, but That's the only other way. Earth itself happening, or freaking heat death of the universe, or galaxy, I should say, or whatever. Yeah, no, that's just no.
But yes, again, I think we're gonna wrap up this topic. But
Yeah, because there's
We're
really nothing
off
else to
topic.
say. We're off topic. We've gone really off. We got really political. My bad.
and I don't know what that has to do with us, but we have one topic left that we want to do, or the Nexus knows about. I don't.
Yeah, this is a topic that obviously.
Topic I don't.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit, but it's okay.
You're cutting
Anyway.
out too.
It happens. But anyway, this is a topic that basically also Halo Gamer brought up, like asking, oh, do I know about it? I'm like, well, that's a topic for later, so no worries. Yeah, so this honestly probably would have gone way better if we started with this topic first before the violent thing, because honestly it worked kind of hand in hand a little bit, but you know, a little too late. So, hold on. So yeah, how am I gonna explain this in a very good way? So basically, ever since E3, so basically, since E3, everyone's been like in super hype about Halo Infinite, which is obviously the new one coming out for good reason. I mean, honestly, the new engine that's come out, and you know, the trailer looked very great because it looked basically really different, as if it was a much better looking game. Anyway, all that stuff, and now we have the 343 Industries, which is the devs, creator director leaving. The creative director left. I didn't read too much into this, honestly. I mean, Halo Gamer, if you want to fill in the gaps for me, you may. But basically, just like that person left, and the community has gone freaking crazy, like insanely crazy about everything. And there's a subtopic in this for a reason why I put it. But in a sense, early in the development, they told everybody that loot boxes are not going to be a thing in Halo Infinite. They're not going to be a thing. We're not going to have loot boxes or anything like that because everybody hates them for a good reason. They're stupid. Don't know why anybody wants to put a loot box in the game. But basically they told, because in Halo 5 they had a loot box system called Rec Packs, which is basically like, you know, a pack of cards in a sense. It's like a, you know, open card, get random cards in it. That was the actual idea of it, but it's still technically a loot box system where you got a bunch of stuff. And a lot of people say, oh, it's pay to win. Technically it wasn't. It's just you got a lot of stuff you could use in a mode called Warzone, but you can get all that stuff just by leveling up instead of having to pay the money. But yes, you can pay money in order to get that too. But it's like, you could easily get it leveling up like a couple levels. It's not gonna kill you. But basically they just said that wasn't gonna be a thing in the new one, and now they're saying that they need to get AAA monetary compensation, community monetary compensation, or something like that, and which basically is another word for microtransaction. So they need some way in order to keep the game running, and that's their way of doing it. Of course, everybody sees the word microtransaction and they think, oh god, loot boxes, oh god, this is gonna be terrible now, like, you don't know what that word means. No one does. They think it's a horrible thing. It really isn't. There's a lot of games back in the day that had microtransactions. A lot. And all, basically it could just be a cosmetic. You just be like, oh hey, I'm paying for a skin, or I'm paying for a new armor set. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I would say this: if you're making a game that's gonna cost money, in general, don't add too many DLCs or microtransactions.
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of like a trade system. I'm saying it's like a trade. You're either going to have paid DLC or you're going to have microtransactions. That's kind of the point in it, because just doing the game itself is not going to give you that much money back. Doesn't matter how many players you get in it, no matter how many people buy it, you're not going to really get a lot of profit. I mean, sure, some people will, but you need to be able to keep up an online server. because online servers cost a lot of money to keep running, and for a game that'll be going on for years to come, yeah, that is very difficult. I mean, look at Halo 3, for example. That came out in 2007. You can still play that game online. There's still some servers running for that. And Halo Reach, which everybody still plays, it came out in 2010. People are still playing that. The servers are still running. That costs a lot of money. They need some way to keep all this running, all these servers. So microtransaction makes a lot of sense to just do that. And they already said they're not going to make loot boxes. People think they're going to bring it in anyway. But
yeah, but that's the issue in today's society. If you say microtransactions, it's 99% sure being loot boxes. That's the thing. And if there's not that, it's cosmetics. People are not gonna probably pay too much money unless you're like really into the game, that you want everything. People are not gonna pay for cosmetics. That's the thing, and that's sad. Because I don't mind it. I would pay for like, I play a lot of single player games and like, or I play the Hunter. There like you can buy weapon packs that is for hunting, and it's only for you basically. It's a single player slash a multiplayer co-op game, or you can compete basically with each other, but like it's basically a single player game where you can play with your friends in the end if you want to, but like it's not much to do, and you pay basically for something that doesn't give you an advantage, except unless you have the money to get advantage over your friend.
yeah, it's still that's still technically pay to win, but it's not like that. I mean, it kind of still is, because even if it gives you a slight advantage, that still technically counts as a pay to win in some way, because you can still pay money in order to get better, rather than just leveling up like everyone else does and getting better. You can just pay to skip. But in this case, I'm saying there's a lot of ways they can do it. I mean, they're thinking of bringing the Reach armor customization back, which the way that worked is you level up in the game, you get XP, and when you get to a new level, you have credits, or basically you get credits every time you do something. So basically play a campaign mission or go into multiplayer, play a different game mode, just stuff like that. You get credits for it, and those credits can be used to spend on your armor customization. So you can do that to get better. What they could do is obviously just, well, not to get better, I'm saying just to get different stuff, but what they could do is just have it where you can pay money to immediately get those credits and then spend it on the customization, because it's just cosmetic. It's just to make you look different. That's all it does. There's no other deals with it.
Yeah.
So that is honestly very fine with me. I'd be perfectly fine just like having that type of system, because in that case you can both level up and get them, or you can pay and just get them all right there. And even back in the Reach days, you had to be a certain level to unlock this certain armor type. So even if you paid, you still have to wait. So in that case, it'd still be fine.
But there's also points in the idea of, and that's the issue also, because then people are gonna probably complain that there's not. Why are you only having this stuff? But people are always gonna complain. That's the thing. It doesn't matter if it's like, oh, you actually didn't add loot boxes, but why didn't you add loot boxes instead? Like,
I'm sure no one's gonna ask, why didn't you just add loot boxes? Because if anybody out there loves the idea of loot boxes, there's something wrong with you.
I would say if you do it like Rainbow Six Siege does it, like you get it if you play, you get the percentage to get if you play a game and win, you have a chance to get it. If you lose, they add on the percentage that you get it, and that's
an
fine,
RNG
because
system.
then you have, yeah, and that's fine, because then yes, you get a skin. You don't get anything. You don't have, but you can also buy the skin.
That's something I still kind of hate, is an RNG system, because that's something Destiny has. I mean, it has that where in a sense where it's like it's an RNG loot system where you don't even know if you're gonna get what you want. I mean, let's say for example you want a very good gun, you have to You had to just get lucky.
Yeah, but that gives you an advantage. Here's only because
I know, but I'm saying it's not really an advantage because everyone can actually do it. It's just you still have to get kind of lucky. It's either you get this gun or you get this one, or you get this gun or you get a shader to just change the color of your guy. Like that's the.
Yeah. I feel like that if you're gonna do something like that, I don't mind that sort of shit unless it includes weapons, because I still think it gets an advantage, because again you can buy stuff then, because you can probably like Destiny, you can buy them.
Well, no, you can't buy. You can't use real money to buy guns in Destiny. I'm just saying it's an RNG system, so it's that actually makes sense because it's part of the game itself.
You can buy the skins in.
Yeah, it does. It does have a. Whatever microtransactions for customization stuff, cosmetics. That does exist, and you can buy different.
Buy the load stuff in Rainbow Six Siege for real money. I don't know why you would do that instead of spending on the thing you wanted. Like, if you wanted a skin, you can buy the skin itself.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
Yeah, why do you waste money on a damn loot box for a skin? That's like, you see the complaint that that loot box is bad, but yet people waste money for a fucking skin.
It is a very big gambling problem. Literally, they don't see it as that, but it really is. You can seriously get a crazy gambling addiction just trying to buy different loot boxes trying to get to this.
If you're like, oh, I already have a skin I want, but why don't you just try to get another skin for a character I don't play that much, but just want to look nice if I play it?
I mean, you could just go for random sake. Just like, I just want a random one. I'll just buy this random skin and just like, boom, there it is. And I also think that should just be an option where, you can buy whichever you want, and then you have a random where it just like picks out of random. It just does an RNG system. It's like, okay, this is one you get. Like, all right, cool. That's it.
Yeah, like I think in Apex they don't have duplicate, so you can't get a duplicate. That's a good system, because like with Overwatch they had that issue. You got a duplicate. You could get a duplicate and then
That is the first time
a
I've heard
small
that
amount of the cash for it, and that you could use to buy new skin. Like, why? It's better to have don't take if someone has the skin, take that away. You can't get that again. Don't duplicates is the worst.
Yeah, like I said, that is the first time I've heard it be pronounced like that.
Duplicates?
Yeah. I'm used to everybody saying duplicate, but whatever, differences. But yeah, honestly, I don't know. Just,
I mean, again, RNG systems, as you say, is called. I don't mind it in the way if it's only for cosmetics, then it's fine. But when weapons is included, yes, it's about luck still, but in the end, it's still. You get still overpowered if you get a good weapon. That's the issue.
Well, that's not the thing. Like, it's not like absolute RNG. Like, you could be a level 1 character and out of nowhere get like a level 20 gun. Like that doesn't happen. It's RNG on a scale. Like, it matters of which level you're on, you get that bit. And so that's what I mean of the RNG system. And even sometimes if you do get a very good gun, you can't use it until you're a certain level. So let's say, again, you get a level 20 gun, you're level 1, you can't use that gun until you are level 20. That's its point. So, even if you get that good gun, you still gotta wait anyway.
Yeah. Oh, talking about which, I wonder if I don't know, I'm thinking about getting a game for next month, but I don't know. And if I'm gonna get, because I don't know how much cash I'm gonna get, because I got back on my taxes this month, so I don't get maybe the same amount as I usually get, so I may not get a game for next month. I don't have any new games coming out. There's like a game in October, I think, coming out that I want. and there's 2 games coming out in November. I want. And one of them is Hideo Kojima's game, Death Stranding. I'm so fucking hyped for that game.
Yeah.
Have you pointed out this year has gone so fast?
Well, I mean, it's gone kind of fast, but at the same time, it's still rather slow.
Like, I mean, we're already in August. It feels like. I think that's also because you and I have had a different experience this year than we usually. Like, you probably have been more bored than I have, and with these few months you've not, the days felt longer because you didn't have as much to do.
Pretty much.
But for me, I have had a happy mind, been like, not thinking that much about time, and it would make my day feel like it was fast. So I feel like our perspective of this few months has probably been so different in the way of the mindset. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going into like paradox and stuff, like how time perspectives, like how can the same time we live the same time go so different? But that's because if you think about it this way, you sit in a, if you're depressed, they say that the time goes slower, or time goes like, I think it's when you're happy, time goes faster, but when you're sad and a little bit bored and stuff like that, it goes slower because you think about the time, But when you don't think about it, it's like it goes faster because you're doing something, you're happy. Doesn't notice it.
Yeah. In reality, it's just the main reason why I've been in the whole bored state. It's not really because I didn't have internet. It's a indirect reasoning. So the indirect reason would be I didn't have internet, but the actual reason is just because a lot of my games were locked down. I wasn't allowed to play them. All because my Xbox decided to freaking send me back to initial setup. That's my only reason. Because honestly, I could have hooked up to my mobile hotspot and, stop game sharing with Evil and just get my games back. He even said I could. He's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So I could have got my games back, and I could have played offline, because that's a dumb system they have where if you game share with someone, it splits the licenses. So if I was offline, I can't play any of the games I purchased. So the point is that I have to get it back from him, and yeah, of course it locked me out of that. I had to get an update, which was pretty big, so couldn't update it. Then it puts me back to initial setup, and yeah, I was stuck without an Xbox that has like 100 and something games on it, and I was not allowed to play it.
Yeah.
Which really sucks.
And I have ability to play games. First, my controller broke somewhere in the middle of every, so I had to buy a new controller. So
it's
I
even
think
worse.
What's worse?
I was saying what's even worse is that I was in a really big mood to play the Resident Evil remake, the first one. I was like, man, I really want to play this. I don't have it on PC, I have it on Xbox, and I also have the GameCube version, but I wasn't gonna plug up the GameCube. But I'm just like, I have that version, I want to play this, yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, do all this. No, it got locked, and I couldn't play it. No. We had a really good mood for it.
I mean, now you can stream it if you feel like.
Yeah, but there's so many other Resident Evils I'm working on. I can't add another one, it just gets so convoluted. I want to get started on 4 again, I want to try to beat it, and then I gotta continue 0, get that going. I mean, it's a blind playthrough on 0, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
So, as usual then.
Pretty much. And back in the day, I did a director's cut playthrough of, Chris's playthrough. So I would have to continue that, mostly just because I don't want to restart it. I'd actually want to continue back where I was. And then I have to do Chris's playthrough again in the remake, because I already did Jill's. So, a lot of issues there. And Chris's playthrough sucks. because he has 6 slots, and you have to find freaking mini keys to open the locked doors. Open the lockpick doors, because Chris can't use a lockpick. He's not the master of unlocking. Sure, he gets a freaking lighter they use 2 times in the entire game just to freaking brighten an area and light a fireplace. Well, and then again, it also helps kill Crimson Heads, but still, it's really annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Resident Evil, old times.
Yeah. That's good old games. Like, that was games you could play back in the day. Now, that's also, like, we talked about shows going bad, like kids shows. Games is also going bad. And that was, we talked about that very big push, but also because of they add stuff that people don't want, and then they sit there and be like you wanted it. You want this stuff. Like, no one ever asked for the stuff they add. They just add it, then they say that we want it. No one ever asked for it. You just add stuff, then things that we want it.
Pretty much. I don't know. They just like add a bunch of crap that we want, or a lot of games go online only, or all this other stuff. Like, we don't really want that.
Worse.
I mean, of course, Destiny is online only, which really sucks. Then you got, I don't think Anthem is, but honestly, it's just a broken mess anyway. There's a bunch of other crap. I'm like, well, yeah, then we went into the Battle Royale stage, and just everybody was like, oh, jump on board, we gotta do it. Like, it's a trend. Now freaking Fallout 76 is trying to get a Battle Royale mode. I mean, it's been since E3, and I'm like, why? Why are you guys doing that? Because, I mean,
no one liked the game in general.
Well, I mean, honestly, they're making good upgrades to it, but I'm just saying it just...
Are they doing No Man's Sky update things to get better by time, instead of actually making a good game from start?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, hey, it worked good for No Man's Sky. Why not try Fallout 76? I mean, true, that is a thing, but it's just... I don't know. Speaking of, I really want No Man's Sky. Like, I actually really want it now. All because that Beyond update, I'm like, dude, I want this.
Yeah, if you got it on PlayStation and got the PlayStation Plus, I could get it on PlayStation also, and we could play it together.
Yeah, but I just don't have many friends on PlayStation, that's the problem. I literally only have you. Only you?
Yeah,
I have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 friends I could play on Xbox, and we could all play together in the same world. Like in the same, well, not really the same world, because everyone's connected now, because of the MMO aspect of it. But it just, you know, we could actually do like a joined party type of deal. Like, we have like all those 5 people would join in, if you could do that many. You have all that, and then on PC and actually PS4 as well, because the PSVR, you can freaking do VR mode in No Man's Sky now. Also,
you lagged out again.
I was talking about you can also do VR in No Man's Sky with PSVR and PC. Yeah. Anyway, Hello Gamer, you mentioned something about MOG Pro friend. What are you on about? I don't know what friend we're talking about here. None of my friends have even acted like that, so I don't know what we're on about.
Is it this that is the command for this command thing about my... I don't remember commands. That was on the time. What is the time?
What are you doing? No, it's
must be
uptime.
less than 4...
What
are you talking about?
I don't know. What command are you trying to do?
How long we've been
Uptime.
Uptime. I was close. But can we just point out what the fuck the bot is talking about? Like, you need 400 fucking carries. Like, do you mean that I need to count that?
Guy that carries on Reach Legendary.
And you have
that's
been streaming for 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 2 seconds.
Well,
I could have mentioned that
close to our
by
mention.
checking my Streamlabs, because I can see the time there, but I was too lazy to check because I'm blind.
Nice.
Playing back.
I wouldn't really say that he carries. Well, I mean, he kind of does, but... Wait, we didn't... Wait, did we play Reach Legendary? Is that what we did?
Didn't you and Evil do that?
I don't know, but did we play on Legendary?
I think you mentioned that, I think it did raise some.
No, I'm saying we did like streams like where we played the entire game, but I don't remember if we did it on Legendary. Did we? I don't remember that. I don't know if we did it on Legendary, if we did it on like normal or something, but regardless, the restream you were doing... Yeah, I know, I don't know if we were doing it on Legendary. I don't remember if we were. If we were, then okay then, yeah, but that's Cynical Evil. Yeah. We don't really stream too often these days, and we still play some games. I mean, literally he asked, at like, a couple hours ago, he asked if I wanted to play something, but I told him that I was going to be busy. So, yeah, tomorrow. Or later today, whatever. We can do that. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's only good at Reach because he played it like crazy. It's like it's basically his favorite, I think. Pretty sure Reach is his favorite, I don't know. But, yeah.
Oh my god,
we just we don't really do a lot of videos or streams together these days because he's usually busy doing his thing. And whenever we do play a game together, we mainly just do it for fun. There's not a lot of games that we want to stream or record.
I mean, that's the thing, you could just...
I mean, I could, and I don't really think he minds either, because I've done it in the past where I just started recording out of nowhere, and he's like, "Are you recording or something?" I'm like, maybe? He's like, "Oh, okay." Like, yeah.
I mean, he's like the guy that's like, okay, he's like one of those that you can just record with because he doesn't mind it, and I'm like, dude, I used to say that to my friend. One of my friends knows that I'm probably gonna record him if we play because I always record with him. And that's the thing, we do that, and or rather I stream with him a lot, so that's the thing. He knows that most of my friends that I play with knows I stream. So they know that I'm gonna stream probably if we play.
I mean, hell, me and him have known each other for almost like, oh god, 9 years? Like 8 or 9 years maybe, we've known each other. So, I mean, we met in school, and we've known each other for that long. So, yeah, it's just kind of become a thing at this point.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. With some people, you know, if they had cat, they would have said like a long time. Because some people are like, eh.
I mean, that was kind of the thing. Like, back in the day, that's all we wanted to do was make videos and stream stuff. That's all we really wanted to do. But eventually, he got tired of it. He just didn't really want to record. Yeah, he didn't really want to. He got tired of the recording and streaming on his end, and he's tried picking it back up every so often, but it just didn't really work. He's like, not really. I'm not really into it. Because he likes it when at least one person watches. Because he likes having someone to at least talk to when he's doing a stream.
Yeah,
so,
I get that, dude.
Because he likes to at least talk to somebody when he's doing that. It doesn't really matter who. He likes to talk to somebody. So.
I mean, I would try to watch anyone stream if they have friends, if I have friends with them. It's few I don't watch anymore, but that's because I know they have views and they play games I'm not. If you play like Halo, I'm not gonna watch that because I'm not a big fan of the game. Normally I don't really care about the game, but like certain games that I don't like. If you play Fortnite, same thing. I'm not gonna fucking watch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch someone who plays Fortnite. I mean, honestly, it's not like I'm gonna belittle them because of it or anything. It's just like I'm gonna just be like, oh, well, you're playing Fortnite. I'm not really interested in that, so you do you, man.
Put on your monocle and be like, oh my god, he's playing Fortnite.
Nah, I mean, I would just be like, no, Fortnite. That's boring. I don't know. You do your thing, man. That's what you want to play. Play along. Me, no.
Yeah, there's like. You have certain stuff you're not gonna watch, no matter what. Like, oh, he does that. I'm not gonna watch it because I don't like it.
I mean, in reality, I feel like, I feel like when it comes to you, because this is kind of the way you are in a sense, it's just that when it comes to Halo, for example, is that It's more so you just wouldn't want to watch because it's been overhyped a lot in the past. You're just like, nah, I don't really care for it because of its hype. Because you are that way when it comes to at least anime in sense too. Yeah, you just lagged out there.
Great stuff.
Yeah, okay, we lagged out on both ends.
Great.
I was saying that you don't really care much when it comes to Halo, probably because of the overhyped bit. That's how you are in a lot of anime shows too. So that kind of makes sense.
Same with Fortnite, and I can even say that I have played Fortnite, and like
I played it too. It's not really like, it's not about the hype that killed it for me. It's boring for me. I don't like it.
Like I think it would be funnier if it was like had more. What can I say? It had more idea behind it than just the same thing over and over. Like I think the first game, the second game, yes, that was fun. Then rest was like, oh, it's just the same.
Yeah, and honestly, what's even worse is the fact that one of the main reasons why I don't like to play it is because the skill gap is very large when it comes to a game like that.
I'm lagging out again.
Well, I'm talking at my audience at this rate. So the skill gap is very large when it comes to Fortnite because it's not about the skill gap between getting kills, it's the building. Like, for someone who newly comes into the game, you're gonna get destroyed a lot. There's no way you're gonna win no matter what. It's just the fact that it's gonna happen because hell, you have some freaking, I mean, you can just have some random kid, which this is me by experience because, yeah, my cousin can literally just freaking build a freaking structure within a minute or like, you know, just 10 seconds. Just boom, done. Like, okay, well, I am royally screwed in any way. So, no.
Yeah.
Can't do that stuff.
And that's the issue. Then people say, oh, and I'm also like, there's also so much luck behind the game instead of skill. Because,
it does happen.
They have weapons that if you get a legendary weapon, you're like overpowered. Like you get too good and you can kill almost anyone. Yeah. People are like, no, it's skill. Like it doesn't matter if you're good in that game because if you have a fucking shotgun and you are close range, you're gonna lose. Because it's gonna be like bull. That was what I like with Apex. They didn't. There you actually had to be good. Most of the time. And then there was like one shotgun that was like a little bit overpowered, but it was also really rare to get.
I just don't like the Battle Royale aspect at all. I mean, I don't care what game it is. I mean, in some cases, yeah, I think when I played the first one or two games, like, oh, you know, it's not that bad, but then I just look at it and I'm like, I don't really care. Because, I mean, when it came to Fortnite, it was kind of that way. Then when it came to Apex, it was like, you know, it's okay, alright? I mean, it's okay. It's not the type of game I'd want to play. And I hate PvP games anyway. I never liked them. I don't like playing those type of games. I like playing single player or co-op or story. I don't. I never play a game for multiplayer because it's like, I don't like it, especially when it comes to me. I'm one of the worst gamers you can think of, so if I try to go in there, I will always lose. There's barely a time I don't win.
Streams on Race 8.
That game I thought was terrible to begin with. I just don't like it. It's rather stupid.
Because it's online only. Yeah.
No, I just thought it was stupid.
You stupid.
I just straight up thought the gameplay was stupid. Like, oh, well, this is dumb. Whatever. Anyway.
Well, we're probably gonna end here because it's like 3 hours in now and usual ending time. Because
I wasn't done.
I think the longest we did was the 4-hour one, but that was because we did go into history of technology back then. Oh, that was a fucking fun. I think that was one of my favorite streams to do because like it was such a nostalgic trip. Also, like going from like almost beginning of gaming and almost movies and anything until now, and that was an interesting take on everything because people that didn't watch it, I would recommend it. It was even if you need to skip half of the stream, you should watch it because those hours we sat and talked about it, you can hear how we know too much about history
And that is where the real nerd part of Nerd Ensemble came out. So we went a little crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if we had face cams on, you'd probably see me with glasses on. Not right now, I don't have them on, but I'm saying at the time. I have glasses on, and I'd even look even more nerdy. Make a nerdy face. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like that's so. Lately, I have been listening to. I'm listening to like 3 different podcasts at the moment at the same time. Like I have 2 of, actually all 3 is Australian pod. Ironically, but that's because, yeah, it's 3 Australian podcasts. One is a lot of YouTubers bashed together. 2 is comedians. Or one is with the 2 comedians, and the one is with one of the comedians with their own show.
Right.
Actually, I'm watching 4, also Australian.
I'm watching a lot. I say watch, but actually listen. I don't really.
Yeah, like I watch sometime. A lot. I watched the MF. I watched that one because I like I think it's amazing, and because I like Swagger's fucking baklava and Shane Mail. It looks so fucking amazing.
Yeah. I don't know, for me it's just, there's a couple of shows that I prefer watching, mainly just because the way I got into, obviously the podcast, because there was the channels in general, so I didn't know what they look like and everything. I'm just used to seeing that. And also because half the time they do something where I'm like, okay, I have to be able to see it. I mean, if I'm just watching it or listening to it, I'm not going to get the actual thing. They do a lot of visual stuff on that podcast. So it's like, if you're an audio listener, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, I started when you listen back to the old stuff. Yes, you can't see what they're doing because they didn't have videos on that. But the newer stuff, like I think episode 43 and up, has been broadcasted, and you can watch it. And that's like, yeah, I'd rather watch those stuff because I like to see it.
I don't know. I mean, these days it's just. But I kind of figured out that whenever I'm in the middle of a game, just a game, like, something that doesn't, where I need to pay attention to the story or anything, if it's just like casual gameplay, I just like put on a random podcast in the background listening to that instead of music.
Yeah, like I see them play Minecraft, like building and stuff, and I'm like, oh, let's put on music or a podcast to have something to listen to while
I
I'm
should
doing
really
it.
do that the next time I play Minecraft, just pop on a podcast. Because usually I do it when I'm on Xbox, because I have an app where it's a podcast app, so it's just playing in the background. But I need to get on a PC and just do that. Good idea.
Yeah, I listen to Spotify.
I don't. I use other stuff.
What? Well, I use Spotify because Spotify is good.
Well, I would, but for one, I don't have premium, and it'd be way better if I did. So, no. And also, that uses more processing than other stuff.
Yeah, well, I only use it when I need to listen to music or something. And I use
Plus
it
on
on
mobile,
phone
I
and
used
everything.
Castbox.
Yeah. But again, why we get off track when we try to end stuff? We need to stop off tracking when ending stuff.
We do that a lot. But yeah, anyway.
People don't, that's our
yes,
thing. We're off track because if we are on track, people are gonna be worried and probably call a hospital or something because that's not normal. We never off track.
That's very wrong. The last thing I'm gonna note before we end is just to end this thought on the Spotify thing, because Pale Gamer is obviously saying Spotify good. Like, I know it is good. It's just I really prefer premium for 2 reasons. One, when it's music, I don't like getting interrupted by ads. It just annoys me. So I'd rather have premium, and I can't do a free trial right now. I'm pretty sure I don't have any. I've already done it, so I can't do that. And 2, I've said it many times, but I'm sort of audiophile in a sense. So I really like high quality sound. I really like it when it's very high quality, and premium offers like the highest quality they can do. So I really prefer having that instead of the lower quality versions by just listening. I mean, a lot of people can't tell the difference, but in a way I can. So it's like I really prefer it. So I'd much prefer to have the premium, just I can't afford it. So it's really my issue.
Yeah, here's
But-
the thing. I would borrow, let you lend my Spotify, but this is. What's it?
Well, the two issues would be, one, you'd have, our song taste would get mixed together and it wouldn't really work out well. And two, you can't use the family plan because we live in two different areas. And they actually track by IP now. So if we actually had some way to mask the IP into one, that'd work. But we don't have that, so they would tell the IPs are
We need
different.
a streamer house.
Yeah, just invite everybody to that house, which a lot of people do, and that is a cool thing, but a lot of money
I
too.
mean, we could just make an SFC house, basically.
Hey, we could, but that would need
And
all
we
of us to
have,
pour
like,
money into it.
what? 1, 2, 3.
We have like
I think
11
four
people?
streamers.
Oh.
We're 10 in that one. Then you
I
have
was,
the
I was
ultimate
saying, don't
one.
we have like an extra person in the actual server version of it?
No, we have like 4 or 5 extra persons in that one.
Oh, it's okay, about
But
15.
like, if you add the ultimate SFC, that's gonna be like. I gotta check how many members I have Discord.
I mean, yeah, we could do that, Hellgamer, the VPN server, or use a VPS. In reality, yeah, we could use a VPS, but, virtual
We have
private server.
20 people.
But-
Double the amount of people in
20,
the ultimate.
Jesus. But,
Just
yeah,
7 bots.
we could, in a sense, use a VPS, but it costs money to run those, and in the end, why would we want to run one? Why would we want to spend money to run a VPS when we could literally just spend the money for premium? Just buy another premium account. So, me, an example. I just buy
Right,
premium, and he has his. So, what's the sense? I'd rather just buy premium instead of hosting a server that does virtually the same thing. Sure, I mean, I don't really know how many a lot of them cost, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, that should definitely be.
I mean, again, also I would give you mine, but this is I'm sharing it with my sister. So like, if you want to borrow mine, yeah, you can borrow it because I don't use it that much except for a podcast. And if I say something like, "Oh, they're using it," I'm fine. They can do that. Then I go watch something else or do something else. So like, that's the thing. If you like want to listen to music on Spotify, that's so fucking good. I enjoy Spotify a lot.
Yeah, it's just like I said. It's just, again, our musical taste would get like randomly mixed in. I mean, sure, we have a lot of music that we agree with, like a lot of stuff that we both like, but it's just that it
And
would
then we
also
have
a lot of our choices would get mixed in, and it really doesn't work well. Sure, I can make a playlist. I can make a Spotify playlist just for me, but
Yeah.
it just.
I'm not fucking kidding. I have like this like 50 playlists existing on my Spotify.
I could literally just make a
I own,
playlist
like,
called Nexus
4.
71C, and there's all my music. But it's I don't want to do that. So to stick to my own and wait till I can afford it. But
Get a
yeah,
job. Jeez.
jeez, like I'm not already trying. Freaking
I'm
job
not
employment is difficult in.
Okay, I'm not kidding
yeah.
about this though. I'm saying if I ever win like a lottery or something, I seriously wouldn't mind buying a house, like a big house with a lot of rooms. And then invite the friends I have on Discord, those that and let them live there because like. Yeah, if they have like school and stuff left to do, like yes, fine, do that. Then like you find a move in here then afterwards. Because I'm gonna put that into thing. Because I want to have like a house like that, living with my friends until like I can move out myself or like we live somewhere for the time being.
Yeah.
And of course we would have better internet than Americans. You will have 300, 200. No,
That's
110.
that's not like limited to there. I mean, there are places in America where you can get straight up just gigabyte. Just absolutely straight up that. Like gigabyte on both. Or you could get, again, like 500, 500. You could do all that. You can go crazy. It's just it's limited to certain areas.
Yeah, but I would say we moved to Melbourne like everyone else does these days.
Sounds kind of.
I don't know what it is with people like moving to just Australia.
I don't know.
First it was like everyone moves to Japan. Now it's everyone moving to Australia. I'm like,
I mean, Japan I can get. There's a lot of cool stuff over there.
yeah, but like Australia's like, do you want to watch a kangaroo? Do you want to get bitten by a spider that can kill you?
That's in many places, actually. I don't know. Anyway, we should definitely cut off here because it's I'm like draining over here. I'm like draining as it is. So yeah, that is basically it. There wasn't really much of. I mean, there was a few topics, obviously, but this one kind of felt a little.
I feel like this turned a little bit political today, but like.
I mean, yeah, it definitely did, but in a way, I kind of feel like this also went a little down in a sense. Like it's one of the lower episodes, I guess. Like not exactly the grandest. I don't really know why. I mean, it's just.
I think here's the main issue. Like, we both have been like a little bit of disconnected from the internet lately, both physically and mentally. Because you start when you don't have internet. I know the feel like you stop caring about other stuff that's happening. You may see something, but then it's like, it happened.
I mean, the only main thing I did when I lost internet was just stay connected with you guys, like in the SFC. That's really all I did.
Yeah.
Everything else, I just kind of just let go by.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You get disconnected. So all the stuff that happened under this 2 and 3/4 of a month, we don't know a lot about. Like we know what happened like a week back. That's it, because that's when we started connecting back to the internet.
Yeah.
I like stopped using Twitter again. I have a tendency to do that. Like I get tired of it, so I stop using it.
I mean, when you get back to it, you're probably gonna see a lot of notifications from me. Just saying.
Oh, I already do. I directly get them like click off and go back to ignoring it, Twitter.
Yeah. Mostly I just add you to I just like tag you to giveaways or something. Cause it's like, oh, tag a friend. Like I don't have many friends, so sweet. Like,
sweet.
Especially the Switch ones, because I know neither of us have one. I'm like, maybe you could try.
I don't do that because often it's so dumb.
I mean, a lot of time. I mean, it's not like they're fake or anything, because most of them are real. I don't entirely trust the player.gg ones, though. I don't know why. It's just like they seem to. There's too many follow for follow craps, or just follows. Like, oh hey, follow all these people, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I follow people because I like them, not because they're doing a giveaway.
Yeah. But again, we are ending. And
but let's end now.
Can
no more conversations.
Ending.
Can we look up the definition? Just straight up end.
The very
Ending
last thing.
is
Subscribe on our YouTube channels, of course. Link in both our descriptions. It should be.
Yes, it is.
If you're on his YouTube channel, it's definitely a link to my channel, and there is a link to his channel in my description. And follow us on Twitch.
And by the way, that is also my YouTube description of his.
And in mine.
So good.
I have
We're on par. The only thing he doesn't have is my Mixer, but who cares? Because honestly, the only people I'm trying to get on Mixer is Mixer people. Don't need to follow me if you're gonna watch me on other platforms. Because if you're gonna watch me on Twitch, or if you're gonna watch me on YouTube, just stick to that. The only way that's gonna change is if I'm not
I don't have a Twitter, but I have a Twitter account, so you can find that. I don't know if my Discord works, but you can always try to get into that.
I mean, if there's any lurkers in here, they can go ahead. But Hello Gamer's already. I mean, he's the only person who's chatted so far, and he's already in my server, so no point in me putting the code in.
Yeah, and I'm putting in my Discord command because I have 2 Discords to plug. That sounds weird, but I have 2 Discords to plug. One is mine, and one is mine. Wait, that's 2. I had 2 Discords.
Yeah, I only have one.
Yeah, you will probably not be able to.
I mean, technically I have
join too,
2, but the other one was just for a project and it's dead.
Yeah. I have a dead one, that's my main one, and
Ouch.
a lime.
I like that one to come back, but nobody cares. And I also need 10 voice actors, which is not a thing. Anyway, that's gonna be the end, everybody. Hope you enjoyed in some way. Follow, sub,
See you
whatever the
guys
hell. And yeah,
Next time, in whatever what's happening.
should hopefully be 2 weeks from now, because we do these every 2
Yeah.
weeks. So
Yeah, it
hopefully
should
be 2
Saturday.
weeks.
Same time around 2 weeks in 2 weeks.
Either Saturday or Sunday,
Hopefully.
because it depends on if we're available at those times. But
Mostly
yeah.
him.
Mostly me. He's always available. Just I randomly sometimes have to do
Unless I
something
fall asleep randomly.
or somebody's around.
That,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Just assassinate them. How hard is it?
I could totally just pull a Kuro Sensei on you and no,
Or you
that's a
just
comment
do an-
earlier.
Or you. I prefer being Anselatori.
Yeah, I don't see that working well. Imagine getting him against Kuro. I just don't see that working well. Anyway,
I don't know who would win that.
probably Kuro because he can go Mark 20. I don't
Yeah,
see
but-
going.
I mean, if he runs into a blade,
Then
he's
it's
gonna
good.
die. Technically.
Normal blades don't hurt him though. It's gotta be the other thing. Whatever. Anyway,
But we will see
that's
you
the-
guys in the next thing. Okay, goodbye.
yeah. See you later.
Bye.